Not sure if it's going. Oh, I am live. All right, cool. Ah, great. All right. Bet. I was sitting here trying to figure out if I was live or not. I could not tell. It was looking weird on my side. All right. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. You know, if you can see me, if you can hear me clearly, that is, no bars. I'm not trying to rap here, but of course, if things rhyme, then so be it, you know. Monday Night Football, NFC North battle, jousting competition between the Green Bay Packers and Minnesota Vikings. If you were waiting all day for Sunday's commentary, it is currently premiering on the channel as well. So you can have something to watch along with listening to, rather than having to hear Booker McFarland. But we're live on the Hot Mic app as well. Got 70 in the room. Hit that like button on Hot Mic. We are live. If you have not already downloaded the app, use the promo code Adonis. All the links are in the description. Jordan White is saying touchdown. I'm seeing a ton of ones. People can hear me. But as always, if you can hear me, press 1. If you can't, press 2. And here's the kickoff. And ladies and gentlemen, we are live in Hold My Nugget Studios for your 2019 NFL Week 16 Monday Night Football game highlight commentary. Green Bay Packers traveling to take on the Minnesota Vikings in a battle of the NFC North to see who will reign supreme and claim the title as the NFC North champions. Here's your opportunity to give your predictions. Who do you believe will win? Carson in the building. Scorpion King in the building. I'll go down the list and inform you of what we got. You know, tonight we got a little special for you guys. First down, Aaron Rodgers looking towards his left. Pass incomplete in the direction of Davante Adams. All right, let's just go down the list on Hot Mic. Everybody in the building. Guy Hodge tweeting out. Desmond Edmond tweeting out. I appreciate you guys. Tavon Horton. Tony Zimmerman. Scorpion King 116. Carson. Hunter Thomas. Elijah Thomas. Darian Freeman. Alex. King of Shock. Chavang Patel. Cornelius Robinson. Hobo Steve. Alex. Xavier. Yordi. John Trell. Candace Leach. Deron Johnson, Packer Nation 12. Good luck tonight. Angelica Bright. There's a handoff to Ron Jones. He picks up 5 to the 30-yard line. Josh in the building. Paul Lawrence in the building. On YouTube, Neon Neo, 100 Amity, Night Cloud 65, Danger 14. Taisheem, Mr. Failure, John Caldwell, Holly Grove, Danica Shuck, Austin Weaver, Quentin, Krish, Steven Gonzalez, Brandon Northcutt, The Ultimate Oreo, Adam, Seabot Gaming, Vixen puts 2 on it, says mute Monday Night Football, put on the Adonis. I appreciate you, brother. Or possibly sister. The ball is loose. There's fumbleitis on the field. Perhaps there's a little bit of butterfingers picked up by the Minnesota Vikings. Still on their feet. And Kendrick returns it inside the 10 to, I believe, the 6. Game just started and there's turnovers in the air. Ultra Instinct puts 20 on it. Says, what's up, Adonis? Hope you're having a great Monday. I think Carson Wentz banged Max Kellerman's ex-girlfriend because this man stay hating. You ain't wrong. Let's see if the man was down. Indeed, he was not. That is a loose football. Green Bay turns it over. Minnesota, who's undefeated at home, 6-0 that is, has an opportunity to punch it into the end zone early. Ball was punched out by, I believe that was Barr. Hell of a play. Minnesota tired of being the little brother in the NFC North. Hell of a play by Minnesota's defense. Thank everybody for tuning in. Will in the building. Amit Karmi in the building. Justin Perkins. Letitia in the house. David Radler in the house. If you're tuned in on Hot Mic, hit that like button. Also, hit that tweet button. Let the people know that you are tuned in. Great opening, stance from their defense, being able to get that ball out of the hands of Aaron Jones, who's been on a prowl all season. I believe he's still number 1 in rushing touchdowns, or total touchdowns, that is, from a non-quarterback. Kirk Cousins, over the course of the last 10 games, 8-2, 22 touchdowns, 3 INTs, the best stretch of his career. Needless to say, this man has been balling. Although he's not, I believe he's yet to win a game on Monday Night Football. There's the handoff. And we know that Dalvin Cook is not playing this particular game. So they're going to have to go with Dreadlock's backfield by committee. Mike Boone will be starting for the Vikings. I believe Madison is also out as well. Alexander Madison is not playing. Dalvin Cook is not playing. So it'll be very intriguing to see how things play out. There's Kirk, family member on the move, throws it towards the ground in the direction of his ham, although we're outside of Thanksgiving, but Christmas dinner must be on the field as the pass is incomplete to Ham. Great play by the linebackers of the Green Bay Packers, the 2 that was snubbed from the Pro Bowl. I do not believe Preston Smith did get the call to make it to the Pro Bowl, or did he? But I know Zadarius Smith was missing out on the Pro Bowl, and a lot of people believed he should have went instead of Khalil Mack, and to be quite honest with you, I believe that to be the case. 3rd and goal for the Minnesota Vikings. Ham is wide open, but unfortunately, Cousins doesn't see him. Pass sails incomplete off of his fingertips. Had he been about 6'5", this would have probably been a touchdown, but he's only about like 5'9", so that's not what happened. Kirk family member Cousins looking at the very last read, and I guess that's what Ham was. If his eyes weren't for decoration, this could have easily been a touchdown. Dan Bailey lining up for the field goal. He's 22 of 24 thus far this season. Brian in the building. Oh, Ahmad is in the house as well. How is it going? Candace Leach in the house. Charles in the house. Pope Bomb Man in the building as well. What's going on? Chris Villanueva in the house. Did you hear the news about Marshawn Lynch? I told you guys last night he might as well get the phone call, and here we are, being brought into fruition. Marshawn Lynch might possibly mess around and pop back up in Seattle, but will they hand him the football inside the 5? We'll find that out momentarily. Kitty in the house. Shavang Patel, how's it going? But I have a little bit of a special, deal for you guys tonight. All right, so for you guys who's tuning in on Hot Mic, this is great. If you're tuning in on YouTube, you might want to head over to Hot Mic because this is what's going to happen. See, for the first quarter, or I should say for the entire game, we will still stream on YouTube because we're trying out different sort of things. We will still stream on YouTube. However, in the end of the first quarter, the YouTube chat room will be shut off. Now, why is that? If you want to chat, go to the Hot Mic chat room. Here's the incentive. What we're going to do is at the end of every half, there's not really every half, there's only 2 halves. What we're going to do is at the end of the half, the first and the second, there will be a selected individual at random who has tweeted out, followed, and downloaded the Hot Mic app. Well, granted, you'd have to download the Hot Mic app in order to get into the chat room. But you have tweeted out, hashtag, hold my Hot Mic, and also tuned into the game and let your following know that you are in Hold My Nugget Studios watching the Chiseled Adonis. So here is what is going to happen. There will be one person selected at random at the end of each half, and they will be winning a $50 Amazon gift card. Now, if you're trying to get yourself a prize or a big sort of, the thing that you can celebrate before the end of the year, you might want to download the Hot Mic app, Use the promo code Adonis, absolutely free, and you have an opportunity to enter and win yourself a little bit of a prize. It's a giveaway, and you don't even need Jameis Winston in the seat. Colton Sawyer puts $2.99 on it and says, go, Pack, go. Lawrence in the building. Rage Face Hype YouTube in the house, or YT. Justin in the house says, you think Nick Folk will win a ring with the Patriots? No, because he's there, they will lose. David McComb in the house saying, go Vikings. Austin says, I forgot to switch to Hot Mic. Well, here you are. Mr. Failure says, I don't have Twitter. Now's a great time to create one. Because you are in here, so why not give it a shot? Bo Falcon in the house. Packer fan in Vegas in the building. Good luck tonight. Hunter Thomas says, and now go Rodgers, go. Mr. GH2, Vikings kicked the field goal, right? Absolutely they did. So you know what time it is. We got to get that 3 on there, but it's a regular size 3. It's not a hashtag big ass 3. But the regular size 3 for the Vikings, let's get that up there for them. Bam, regular size 3. Get out of here, 0. Get that 3 up in there. Vikings leading the Packers with 13 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Although I probably should, well, then again, it's on, well, when you look on the screen, I guess it's on the left-hand side, so why not? Lamar Sorrell, you're right. Hashtag weak ass 3. Angelica Bright says, your shout-outs on my prize shared you with more co-workers today. I appreciate you. There's a handoff on 2nd and 3 to Aaron Jones. Picks up 2 yards when they need 3, setting up a 3rd and short as the chain guy gets ran over. One's got to wonder how his shoulders are feeling after hitting that pavement. Aaron Rodgers, 15th year in the league. Oh, he only picked up 1. But Aaron Rodgers, 15th year in the league. At this point, I believe it's his 12th year starting after taking over for the legendary Brett Favre. Alberto Riveron in YouTube says, did somebody say free money? Absolutely. All you got to do is download the Hot Mic app, use the promo code Adonis, get that Hot Mic app on your phone, tweet out to your following that, hey, you tuned in to the stream, and here you are entered into the raffle, and you can possibly leave with a win. But remember, we're only going to be up on YouTube for the chat room until the end of the first quarter. So you have an incentive to move over to Hot Mic so you can chat it up with the viewers. And also, get an opportunity to win yourself a little bit of money. Glenn Woods put 6 on it. Says, need Kirk family member to help my Saints out. Perhaps he can, but it's Monday Night Football. He's yet to win yet. Aaron Rodgers on the move. Good Lord. I'm not sure if he tried to throw that football away or if he tried to pump fake. All I know is Danielle Hunter was able to bring this man down. What a play. Hunter, the fastest in NFL history, 250 sacks. Man only had 1 sack in his last game at LSU, well, last season at LSU. I am very perplexed as to what Rodgers was trying to do here. Whatever the case may be, that's a loss of 1 yard. 14.5 sacks for Danielle Hunter. Wentz to Philly in the building. How is it going? Ultra Instinct says he's going to Hot Mic. Username there is Wentz to Philly. I see your donation now. I appreciate you, brother. Putting 5 on it. Austin says, you know what I want? I want Nick Folk and Cody Parker to react to you. Put your motherfucking head back down jokes. Well, somebody DM them and let them know. On Nick Folk's last post, I remember seeing my name tagged a lot. Aaron Rodgers over the middle connects with Devontae Jones. He's got a couple of blockers, but he's brought down in Vikings territory at the 44-yard line. Great play call by the Green Bay Packers, utilized that middle of the field. Those linebackers dropped all the way back, left the middle of the field wide open. If you're going to do that against Aaron Rodgers, he's going to cherry pick, and he's going to connect with his guys short. You don't want to give him the short game because he will take advantage of you. Devontae Adams on the season, 64 receptions, 106 yards, pardon me. He's currently on the sideline, so they're probably going to run. But it was a fake, play action fake that is, connection to Aaron Jones, pickup of 3 yards. No, I think they might just mark him at 2. But we've just gone under 10 minutes left to play in the first. Battle of head coaches. Offensive on one side of Matt LaFleur. Defenses on the other side of Mike Zimmer. Mike Zimmer, 63 years old, back in 2015 with that NFC North, division-winning Vikings team. Probably had a chance to go to the Super Bowl, but of course, Blair Walsh's foot decided otherwise. That was a team that could have truly contended given their matchups throughout the entire postseason had they won. But unfortunately, they did not. Seattle left with the W. And then ultimately, we saw Carolina cruise through the playoffs and make it to the Super Bowl that year. Here's Harrison Smith coming all the way down saying, hey, DBs can be white as well, taking down Aaron Jones, just eliminating the man's legs. Hell of a play by Harrison Smith, the veteran safety for the Minnesota Vikings. Here we go, 3rd and 9. That's a bad hat for that man in the crowd. Aaron Rodgers and the Cheese at the 43-yard line. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Rodgers takes the snap. Here comes the pressure. He's going deep. One-on-one to Alan Lazard, but he fails to find the football, and it's going to be incomplete. Mason Crosby's leg is far too old and febrile to kick it from 60. So this is going to be a punt formation from the Packers. Double blitz coming from the safeties. Everybody was all covered up. Aaron Rodgers had to throw it hot, and Lazard simply did not find the football. The downside of this drive is you don't get points for Green Bay. The plus side is you have an opportunity to pin Minnesota inside their own 10. There's the punt. The kick is high. Will it be fielded inside the 10? Indeed it is. And that Packers defense has got to take the football field and slow down this Vikings offense, which has been undefeated at home thus far this season. We've seen the Minnesota Vikings start out with a huge deficit at home against Denver, down by 20, and they happen to come back and win in the crib. So what does that say? They can win with the lead at home. They can come back from behind at home, but on the road, they are, I believe, right now 4-4. But they've only got 2 other games to go, and they're both at home. This game here and next week. So things are looking rather favorable for Minnesota. If they win out, they will win their division. But apparently for the Packers, they either need to win this week or win next week, which is very bizarre. Danica says, hold my hot mic. Necrocam co-manager. Preston in the building. Sean, how's it going? Steven Gonzalez. He's came over to Hot Mic. Thank you very much for coming on over. Vixen on Hot Mic. Ben came over to Hot Mic. I appreciate you guys coming over. Just hit that tweet button. Let the people know that you're tuning in to the stream. Vixen put 2 on it and said, Hot Mic now. I appreciate you. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're tuned in on YouTube and you have not heard the news yet, what we're doing is every half, at the conclusion of each half, we are giving away a $50 Amazon gift card. How do you join into the sweepstakes? This is what you do. You download the Hot Mic app. You utilize the promo code Adonis, all caps. You get it on your phone. And once you get on Hot Mic and you're now in the chat room, you just hit that tweet button at the bottom of your screen. You let your people know on Twitter, hey, we're tuned into, the Chiseled Adonis stream, Hold My Nuggets Studios. Hold My Hot Mic is the hashtag, and then from that point you're entered into the sweepstakes and you have a possibility to win yourself $50 of an Amazon gift card. Give it a shot. Let the odds ever be in your favor. Giving a little graphic of the 2009 game and Aaron Rodgers taking on Brett Favre for the very first time, where Favre was absolutely perfect. And fun fact, in that 2009 season where Brett Favre probably would have won the MVP, in my opinion, he probably should have, been the MVP. But, of course, Peyton Manning was all-world that year. Hell, Drew Brees was all-world that year as well. But, he went 7 touchdowns. I believe he did not throw an interception whatsoever against the Green Bay Packers that season. And to be quite honest with you, I believe that probably statistically was Brett Favre's best season when it comes to touchdown to interception ratio. With yardage, I don't think so. But the pass is batted down by, or I should say Kirk family member's pass is batted down. Could not get the football over the outstretched arms of the lineman. The Ultimate Oreo says, I'm enjoying watching this Vikings D work. Being a Raiders fan, I don't know what good defense looks like. You'd have to turn back to the 1980s to go find that. Look up Lyle Alzado, Howie Long, and those brothers over there. Hell, even Lester Hayes. Nowhere to go for the Vikings. Failure to pick up yardage. They'd be stopped after a gain of about 4 yards. Setting up a third and manageable in a sense, but at the same time, not where you want to be, backed up by your own end zone. You don't want to go into a 5-step drop because that takes far too long, and you got Preston Smith and Zadarius, Smith coming down the edges. You don't want to take a 5-step drop and give those guys an opportunity to get you. Dalvin Cook is not playing. Alexander Mattison is not playing. Matt Boone is the starting running back for the Minnesota Vikings, so you are seeing dreadlocks, but his powers are probably not as strong as the others. Trips to the right for the Vikings. 3rd and 5. Cousins takes the snap, steps up in the pocket, connects with his man, and Stephon Diglet Diglett used TM28 Diggs, picks up that first down for the Vikings. Moving the chains. Great crossing route. It appeared that the Packers were in zone, not in man. I'm not a fan of that defensive call. I would have went man coverage knowing that it's 3rd and 5. They're backed up near their own end zone. Why would you run a zone coverage there? I'm not really a big fan of that play call. But nonetheless, the Vikings move the football. They pick up the first down. Tommy Griffin in the building. How is it going? There's a motion man out of the backfield. Ham remains in the backfield. Cousins takes the snap. He's going to pass over the middle, caught by Ham, but he's got nowhere to go, immediately tackled. Forward momentum will be stopped after a gain of 5. And it's going to be a 2nd and short. Brandon Book says you should try out to be the Steelers QB next week. You know what? Anybody who has an able arm, who can throw a football, please report to Pittsburgh. Try not to miss the bus to fly out to Baltimore, because we need all the help that we can get. Brandon the Chewy Black in the building. I appreciate you tuning in. There's Cousins taking the snap. Looking towards his left. He's got to throw it into the dirt. They read that screen. Kyle Rudolph, the red zone reindeer, not in his familiar territory. He's inside the 20 on that play, but it's not the 20 of the red zone. They need a little bit more, dynamic play calling. I like that 3rd down play call with Diggs coming across the middle, regardless of it being man or zone. I was a fan of that play call. I was disappointed by, Green Bay's defensive scheme here. But 3rd and 5, Kirk Cousins thus far is 2 for 6 for 14 yards. What we're seeing here from Green Bay's defense, I'm seeing 4 down linemen. No, it's 1 down. The rest are standing up. Most likely they're in a man situation here. But there's a flag that's coming in, most likely a timeout coming from Minnesota. I've always been a fan of the defensive scheme in which the defensive linemen do not touch the ground, where everybody's standing up so you're not too sure what's going to happen. Ben in the building says, are the Seahawks going to sign Marshawn Lynch? And if they do, will he even be effective? I believe that he will, because that is an attitude change. I believe signing Marshawn Lynch definitely does put that cherry on top for them. Not to say that the man is still in game shape, because since retirement he's been smoking weed, drinking left and right, and partying. But hey, once a football player, always a football player, and it's only 1 year removed. Am I right? Xavier says, what happened to yesterday's commentary? It actually is premiering as we speak. In fact, I believe it might still be playing as we're as it's going. I think it just might just ended. No, it's still going as we speak. We are at the 23-minute mark. There's 7 minutes remaining in the commentary right now on YouTube. There is the pass to Thielen, but he cannot corral the pass. There's no flag on the floor, and my hamstring hurts Poppy, who returned last game, could not reel in the catch. And it's going to be a punt situation for the Vikings. One-on-one against King. There was the pass. You know what? I'm a fan of that no call. Feet got tangled, perhaps a little bit of hands here and there. But you know what? I wouldn't throw the flag on that one. I think it's a good no call. What do you guys think? 1, for a good no call. 2, they should have thrown the flag. Put it in the chat room. Griffin in the building. Jesse came over. Dion Hunt Wood in the house. Net Strike in the building. Code Killer says it was a good no call. Packer Nation says didn't. He puts the 1. Good no call. Andrew Penalosa puts the 1. Emiliano puts the 1. Elijah Thomas. Hunter Thomas. Ben. Odd pull for North Korea. Wait, what kind of name? All right, that's a long name. Let's get odd pull for North Korea before odd pull for the Raiders. Also says a 1. That's a very creative name. I see somebody who is not a fan of the Raiders. You know, I feel that way about Nick Folk. But Scott puts the 1. Lawrence, Net Strike. Oh, Mr. GH2 says 2. If only there was a guy who could explain what a pass interference in the NFL is. You know what? If only there was a guy. Griffin says, what happened to his hands? And I listened to the audience. I put out a new what happens to his hands this time around. Well, it's not really new. It's just altered a little bit. 96 in the building on Hot Mic. If you have not already, hit that follow button. Hit the follow button on Hot Mic and let them know you are a proud subscriber to the Hold My Nugget Studios. And ladies and gentlemen on YouTube, if you have not known the news already, get to know the news. What we're doing is a little bit of a giveaway at the conclusion of each half, $50 Amazon gift card. What you got to do is download the Hot Mic app. All right, for the individuals watching on YouTube, you got to download the Hot Mic app, use the promo code Adonis, because the chat room on YouTube will go down at the end of the first quarter and also the end of the third quarter. I'll only bring it back for the individuals who are new viewers coming in who do not know. So if you want to have an opportunity to win a free Amazon gift card, jump into the Hot Mic, chat room, and then also hit that tweet button and let the people know that you are tuned in to Hold My Nugget Studios. Moon Mammal 88 says 1. Marcus Allen, I don't know why I said Allen, says 1. Alea Burnett says Big Butt 3. Spade says 2. Austin Weaver says 2. Hot Mic viewers have the luxury of getting their hands on a gift card, but here on YouTube, you don't. Get yourself a little bit of an incentive. Hop over to the Hot Mic app. Absolutely free. Promo code Adonis, all caps. 6:04 left to play in the first quarter. Evidently, these quarterbacks are struggling to get the football down the field. Aaron Rodgers, 5 of 7. 36 yards. Can he put together a drive and get the Packers on the board? Aaron Jones, who fumbled earlier today, picks up about 5 yards, carrying it for the Green Bay Packers, setting up a 2nd and 5. Thus far this season, oh no, that was Jamal Williams, pardon me. 427 yards on the ground, 200 plus through the air, 6 TDs. There's Rodgers taking the snap, throwing the football towards his right side. That is Lazard picking up the first down for the Packers. He's going to be down, and I believe to be the 47-yard line. He got up a little slow there. I was a little concerned if there could have been a hit to the head, but there was not. He seems to be fine, moving the chains for the Cheese Eaters. But the Purple People Eaters defense has been playing good thus far, but it's only been 2 drives. Now this being the third, can they get another stop? There's Rodgers setting it up at the line, pre-snap reads, taking a look at the 4 down linemen. It looks like Hunter may just be, no, is that Everson Griffin? Might just have been offsides. There doesn't seem to be a call. Somebody's shoe goes flying. I think that's Mercedes Lewis's shoe. Whatever the case may be, that's an 8-yard pickup for Jamal Williams. Great job up front by those linemen, getting the blocks that they need. Brian Bulaga out there, getting it done at right tackle. You got a tight end in the game, that's Tunyon, but 3 receivers and a running back. Handoff to Williams once again. He picks up that first down, and it appears that Green Bay has their mojo running. What does that mean? They're getting their run game established. If you play against a Packers team where the run game is going, let me tell you something. You're going to have a bad time because you give Aaron Rodgers access to the entire playbook, and that is not what you want. Hell of a game thus far. Both defenses doing battle. We saw the Vikings score on a field goal following a fumble from Aaron Jones, returned by Kendricks to the 6-yard line, but unfortunately the Vikings could not find the end zone. The commentary just came to a close on YouTube. I appreciate you guys who tuned in and now coming into the building. I appreciate you guys. Adams gets another 11-yard gain, picking up a first down once again for the Packers, and now they are matriculating deeper into Vikings territory. Xavier Rhodes used to be something special, and it seems like he's taken several steps back. He's allowing 83% completion percentage to the nearest defender. 83% completion. What does that mean? Throw the football at him. Aaron Jones picks up about 7 yards, 6 or 7. Great run, and the Packers continue to matriculate the football down the field, as Hank Stram would say. Taking care of business. One has got to wonder if this Vikings defense can hold. Because as we've already touched on, they're undefeated at home. But as we always know, it's scary to let Aaron Rodgers get what he wants up front. There we go, play action fake. 2nd and 3. Rodgers gets rid of the football, pass just out of the reach. Just out of the reach of Vitale. 3rd and 3. I believe that might have been his fullback. Indeed it was. Ooh, something flew into my eye. But the Vikings defense blitz rate by down. They've been blitzing 40% on 3rd down, 28 on 2nd, and 20 on 1st. But currently we're sitting at 3rd down, so you know they're going to bring the house, perhaps. Empty, oh no, it's going to be a shotgun formation for the Packers. Trips to the left. Rodgers takes the snap, 4-man rush. The pass could not be caught by Aaron Jones. Kendrick ricochets the football or pats the football back in his direction. Says, hey, you forgot this, stupid. And we're going to see old man Mason come out for the field goal, which should probably be about 40. It should be about 40. If it is at the 34, no, the 24, should be a 42-yarder. He has not missed since week 3. And they might have just jinxed him. And here's the kick. It's through the uprights. It's got enough leg, and it is good. And we got a tie game. Unfortunately, the threes here are not large, so hashtag weak-ass3, hashtag hold my hot mic. And if you have not already downloaded the Hot Mic app, get it on your phone. Let's get that zero up out of here. Bring in that three. If you tuned in on YouTube, you can hit that like button, but always download that Hot Mic app. And thank you guys for coming in after watching the commentary. It is now live on Instagram and is premiering on Facebook momentarily. Make sure everything is here. And if you did not know already, in the YouTube chat room, if you're just now tuning in, what you're going to want to do is win yourself a little bit of free money with an Amazon gift card. The way to enter is you download the Hot Mic app, use the promo code Adonis, and tweet out to your following that you're tuned into the Hot Mic app. Hunter Thomas says hashtag weak-ass3. Emiliano Lugo says, what happened to his hands? Indeed. Austin says, Chiseled, you should have a weekly award for the worst and best player of the week. Call it Hold My Nuggets Player of the Week. And then Suck My Dick Player of the Week. Perhaps. Who knows? But rather than Player of the Week, maybe best and worst play. But who knows? Maybe next season. Boredom Extremity says, really saying Excalibur wielding man, Mason, I'm crying. Banshee says the 2019 Adonis NFL Awards. It will be after the season. I would have to say maybe a week or 2 weeks at the conclusion of the season. Luckily for me, now that the week 17 is coming up, I won't have to wait until the complete end of the season to get on top of things. So I guess I'll reach out to you guys, whether it's Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and say, hey, what are the categories that you guys want to see this year? I think the max limit will be 15, but we could possibly go to 20. We'll have some repeating categories: Hold My Nuggets, Moment of the Year, Dreadlocks MVP, Baptism of the Year, Nick Folk Kicking Award. 2 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Jacksonian 3244 says, during a game break of a Marlon Mack touchdown yesterday, a commentator said he was expecting return of the Mack music to play. You'd be surprised how much influence I may have, but at the same time, it's low-hanging fruit for a person with the last name Mack to make a play and then, Return of the Mack comes on. So I can't take 110% credit. It's something that is easy to come to mind if you know the music. 2 minutes left to play in the first quarter. We've seen Kirk family member Cousins, go 2 for 7 for 13 yards. Abysmal performance in the first quarter. Tie game stuck at 3. Here comes a flag on the play. We're going to get a false start on the Minnesota Vikings. Movement up front. When they needed you to stay still, you started moving. If this was a hostage situation, this would be the person eating a bag of chips when you're trying to stay silent underneath the computer chair. Tanvir in the building. Brian in the house. And we're currently at 99 on Hot Mic. Hit that like button if you have not already. 104 on YouTube. Hit that like button if you have not already. Zadarius Smith stopping the run game immediately, saying I should have been voted to the Pro Bowl, and damn it, he's right. 57 likes on YouTube. Let's get that up to 100. And keep in mind, the YouTube chat room will be going down at the conclusion of the first quarter. It will return in the third quarter. Why is that, you may ask? Why are you getting rid of the chat room? So you can have a little bit of an incentive. What you're going to do is download the Hot Mic app, use the promo code Adonis, go over to Hot Mic, and then tweet out from the Twitter, a button that they have at the bottom, and let your following know, hey, you're tuned into Hold My Nugget Studios, hashtag Hold My Hot Mic. And what happens? You have an opportunity to win an Amazon gift card. Defensive line for the Green Bay Packers. And there are the linebackers, Preston Smith and Zadarius Smith. The Smiths getting the job done. So one would have to hope that the Minnesota Vikings offensive line did watch The Matrix and they know to get away from the Smiths. Because if they cannot corral the Smiths, The Matrix will overtake reality. Kyle Rudolph, the red zone reindeer's eyes just for decoration. This man did not turn around to catch the football. He was too busy stuck in the civil rights movement singing, ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. And Cousins on the day, 18 yards, 3 of 9. Am I hearing a Go Pack Go chant? It seems like the Packers fans may have traveled over. There's the punt. Booming kick, I might add, to the 30. Opportunity to get a good return. Oh, good Lord, he went down immediately. You talk about yanking the feet. Wow, could have dislocated a toe the way he went down. That could have been something scary. People are, hey, what happened to your toe? I got diabetes. It's not what you want. 27 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Young Jeezy says, what did he miss? Well, I'll tell you what you missed, Young Jeezy. You missed an opportunity to download the Hot Mic app. Oh, but I lied. You never miss an opportunity. What you're going to do is download the Hot Mic app, click those links, use the promo code Adonis, jump into the Hot Mic chat room, tweet out to your following on Twitter, hey, we're tuned in. All you got to do is just click that Twitter button at the bottom of the Hot Mic chat room. Let the people know that you're tuned in to Hold My Nugget Studios, hashtag Hold My Hot Mic. And then you have an opportunity to win yourself some free money, Amazon gift card. First and 10 from the 36. Play action fake. Aaron Rodgers does get a block. He escapes the pass rush. Get rid of the football, Aaron. He's hit high and low, but there's a flag coming in. Most likely it's going to be a hold. 21 seconds remaining. It's a hold on the offense. The one man who was there to protect Aaron Rodgers could not hold on to the block, or I should say he did hold on to the block, resulting in a 10-yard penalty, repeating first down. This could have been a situation for a big play, but great coverage by the Vikings secondary, creating what should have been a covered sack. Jimmy Graham currently in the game, yet to have a reception. From my memory. First and 20. Play action fake. Aaron Rodgers looking towards the right. Connects with Mercedes Lewis and he gets out of bounds. And apparently, oh no, the clock will continue to run. And that will be the conclusion of the first half. Pardon me, first quarter. I don't know why I said that. Big time game, NFC North battle between number 1 and 2 to see who will reign supreme. And for those of you in the YouTube chat room, do me one favor. Here is your last plug before the chat room turns off until the third quarter. Download the Hot Mic app. Utilize the promo code Adonis. You have an opportunity to win an Amazon gift card. All right, you don't get this opportunity on YouTube. You only get it on Hot Mic. So what happens? Download the app. Use the promo code Adonis. Get the app on your phone. You jump into Hold My Nugget Studios. You click the tweet link at the bottom. You let your following know that you're tuning in. And already, or I should say immediately, you will be put into a pool. From that pool, at the conclusion of the game, conclusion of the half, what we're going to do is pick out one random name, and you will will be the winner. You have an opportunity to win. It is at random. Just like Thanos snapping a finger, you don't know who's going to die. In the case of the, giveaway, you don't know who's going to win. Give yourself an opportunity to get a little bit more money in your pocket, and then maybe not Christmas, you could go out there and, get yourself a gift or get somebody else's a gift. But New Year's, for sure, depending on the time of, if you got stuff that you got going on right now. But there it is for you. On YouTube, the chat is currently about to be disabled. Let's get that going. Will says Marshawn Lynch is taking his physical in. That is big news for the Seattle Seahawks. Kitty says, can I participate in the gift card giveaway when I live in Germany? I believe you can. Banshee says the YouTube chat is deleted. Indeed, it is in the process of being deleted, yes. Tanvir says, love your shirt. I appreciate that. Bam. And the live chat is gone. So come on over to Hot Mic so you can hop up into the chat. Because a lot of people do enjoy the chat. That's what makes it so fun. Wesley Lowe in the building says the chat's name is in the Death Note. Not necessarily. I'd say the chat's name just got put into the Bills PC in the Pokemon Center. And we're going to go and withdraw it at the conclusion of halftime. Here we go. 2nd and 18. Top of the second quarter. 3-3 game. There is the snap from Aaron Rodgers looking towards his left. Pass intercepted. Dreadlock powers being activated for the Minnesota Vikings. The second turnover already within 16 minutes. Anthony Harris, big time interception. Grown Man Pick says, hey, do not discount the power of the Dreadlocks. Hell of a play made. Look at him step down from where he was, coming all the way across the field to take Devontae Adams. There was Kendricks in coverage. And there goes Harris running across the field saying, look at my track speed. Look at the strength of my feet. Look at the outstretched arms. Take a look at the flex of my bicep. I'm taking the football the opposite way and pointing at my fans near the end zone because that is where we're going with the football because we're trying to score. Sixth INT, and here are the Vikings once again in a favorable position. But this time, can they punch it into the end zone? Griffin says, YouTube chat got written down in the Death Note for your failures of downloading the Hot Mic app, for your failures of entering the Amazon gift card giveaway, for your failures of having an adequate winning, or I should say an adequate viewing experience. You have been absolutely deleted. I appreciate you, brother. You done delivered it the way it should be delivered. There's a handoff to Boone. He's going to pick up about 2. They might just give him 1. Setting up a 3rd and 7 situation from the 22. Minnesota, thus far, they're plus 59 in net points after turnovers. Number 2 in the NFL. 85 points scored. 3rd and 5, I should say. So they must have marked it at a favorable position. Indeed, it's at the 21. Rudolph, Thielen, and Diggs, 3 Pro Bowlers, not this season, but Pro Bowlers nonetheless. Or was Diggs ever selected to a Pro Bowl? Whatever the case was, it's going towards Diggs. He does catch the football. He's in the end zone, and he says, hey, Diglett, use TM28, dig. And it used in the favor of the Vikings, 21-yard touchdown catch, and they take the lead. I'm kind of hoping they missed the extra point here because we've never had an opportunity to have a big-ass 9. But we'll see what the fate will be. That's on Dan Bailey. Look at the route. Right on Jari Alexander. You talk about a great get off the line. Stephon Diggs, one of the best route runners in the league. takes the ankles of Jari Alexander. Hell of a catch, secures the football. Great pass from Kirk family member Cousins, who's been struggling thus far all day. Hell of a pass, hell of a catch, and here we have the Minnesota Vikings regaining the lead over the Green Bay Packers. 13:33 left to play. That's 3 threes, but can Dan Bailey connect from 33 for the extra point? There's the kick through the uprights. It's good. We've got a 10-3 lead for the Minnesota Vikings. Let's get that 3 up out of there. Let's move that 0 back up in here. But you know what number we got to add? It's that 1. But since we know the size of that 1, here comes the drum roll, please, because you know what's coming. The hashtag BigAss1. BigAss1. And you tweet out to your following that you tuned into the stream. Hashtag BigAss1. Did I forget to make my head fit into the 1? You know what? I got to put my head into the crevice of the 1. Let's make that 1 gigantic and put my head into the crevice. Oh, I'm this way. Bam. Hashtag BigAss1. Oh, this way. Hashtag BigAss1. It's a BigAss1 in the building. I would say Big Ten, but it's not a Big Ten. The Big Ten is in college football. Oh, I moved myself. All right, let's put that. No, I'm still moving myself. What's happening? Let's get that 1. Let's grab that 1. Why am I not grabbing the 1? I was moving myself. There we go. Put that 1 next to that 0. Make it a 10. It's still a big-ass 1. There we go. Bam. 10-3 lead in favor of the Minnesota Vikings. Let's get more over to the left. All right, there we go. Nostradamus says, might say it's a perfect 10. Absolutely. We've got a good number here on Hot Mic. We got over 100 in the building. Shout out to you guys coming and tuning in. Over 1,300 likes. I appreciate you guys. You can keep hitting the like button if you have to. Joshua in the building. And here we are right now trying to figure out what the Green Bay Packers can do to respond. From what I've seen thus far, that run game is able to get going thus far. They've just got to be able to protect the football. 2 early turnovers resulting in 10 points for the Minnesota Vikings. They have not been able to put together a drive without, benefiting from a turnover thus far. From what we've seen, Green Bay has outgained Minnesota thus far, 92-52. But 10 points scored for the Vikings off the turnovers of the Green Bay Packers. Yet to see a sack, 40% on third down from Minnesota. 10 minutes total time of possession for Green Bay. They're winning by 4 minutes, but still failure to find the end zone. There's the kickoff. Will it be fielded? Will it be fielded? No, it's not. And with 13:33 left to play in the first half, can the Green Bay Packers even up the score? First and 10 for the Packers. '80th consecutive start for Kyle Rudolph. That's the longest active streak for the tight ends. So that's something. From the 25-yard line. There's the handoff. Failure to move the football. Probably about a gain of about 4. Charles says, do the Ravens need to win the final in Week 17? No, they do not. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're tuned in on the YouTube stream, do me a favor, download the Hot Mic app. If you're wondering why the chat is currently disabled, it's because you have an opportunity to win a little bit of an incentive. What you're going to do is download the Hot Mic app, use the promo code Adonis, and then while you're on the Hot Mic app in Hold My Nugget Studios, and then you follow the Chiseled Adonis, what you're going to do is click the tweet button at the bottom left-hand corner of the chat room and let your following know that you're tuned in to Hold My Nugget Studios, and you will be immediately put into a sweepstakes to win a free Amazon gift card. So if you're tuned in on YouTube, what you're going to want to do is download that Hot Mic app and get yourself an opportunity to win an Amazon gift card. For you guys who are already tuned in on Hot Mic, hit that tweet button. Let the people know that you are tuned in. And you have an opportunity to win yourself some free money before the conclusion of the year. Consider it my Christmas gift to you. 1st and 10 for the Green Bay Packers. From the 35-yard line. 4 seconds left on the play clock. Possible delay of game situation, but it does not get called. Ron Jones picks up 9. And here goes the running game succeeding for the Packers. I spoke to you guys a little bit earlier about, them being able to move the football on the ground. Thus far, we've seen some success here and there. And if you give Aaron Rodgers an opportunity to have access to the entire playbook, you're going to have a bad time. They were already outgaining, Minnesota coming into this drive 32-13. And where we are right now, they will continue to outgain them as we speak. 2nd and 1 for the Packers. Trying to even up the score at 10. Needing to keep pace in the NFC playoff race, and more importantly, the NFC North. Rodgers stepping up in the pocket, connecting with Lazard, who's going to be down at the 37-yard line. Kendrick says the ball hit the floor. The referee says, no, you big dummy. It was inside of his hands. And here's the replay, the play action fake from Rodgers, avoiding Hunter, stepping up, connecting with Lazard, who did lose the football at the bottom. You know what? Here comes the challenge flag coming from Mike Zimmer saying, I do not believe that was indeed a catch, but if only there was a guy who made a 3-part series on what a catch in the NFL is. But wait a minute, there was, and that was me. And turns out, in my humble opinion, that is not a catch. Turns out Kendricks was correct. Harrison Smith, not sure if he was disputing against the call, but Lazard has got to bring that football in. For you guys tuned in on the chat room in Hot Mic, let's do a little bit of a poll. Put that number 1 if you believe that was a catch. Number 2 if you don't think it was a catch. And let's see what the people have to say. Sonny in the building. How is it going? Linwood Edwards. Dion Hunt. Sean, Brian, Packer Nation, Desmond Edmond, Dion, Mr. GH2, Danica, Elijah, CJ, CHJ, Xavier, R, Gavin, JJNW, Ghost, Austin, Timothy, Cameron, Hunter, Candace, Griffin, Tavon, Anthony, Joshua, Trevon, Cameron, Paul, Netstrike, Kitty. Everybody is saying 2. I don't see a single one. Saying God says 2. Zay Hughes says 2. Desmond Edmonds said, did I say 2? I mean big ass 2. I'm going to lean towards a big ass 2. That is not a catch. This should not take too long. And after this progressive commercial, we should be seeing them come back to the field and inform us that that is indeed an incomplete pass. But luckily for the Packers, it's only a 2nd and 1 situation, or I should say 3rd and 1 situation. It'd be a shame if they were participating in the Frank Costanza challenge. And, stop short. But that is indeed a 2. And we do not give any free favors, whether you're a Packers fan or not. You gotta be have a little bit of integrity. Kurt Angle would like you to have 1/3 of his 3 eyes and call it the way it should be called. That is an incomplete pass. Christian McCaffrey, who broke the running back receiving record, or I should say his own record from last year, being, I believe in the first 3 seasons, he's number 2 on the most receptions in the first 3 seasons, which is ridiculous for a running back. But pass called incomplete as it should have been called. 3rd and 1, 11:16 left to play. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're tuned in on YouTube, do me a favor, download the Hot Mic app. You're probably wondering why the chat is disabled. Why was it put down in the Death Note, Adonis? Let me tell you. because you have an opportunity to get a free Amazon gift card. All you got to do is download the app for the Hot Mic. Use the promo code Adonis. Get it on your phone. Tweet from the chat room that you tuned in to Hold My Nugget Studios, and you will be immediately entered into the Hot Mic sweepstakes for an Amazon gift card. There's the snap. There's the screen pass to Adams, and he does pick up that first down. Extreme speed, Arcanine says, and moves the chains for the Green Bay Packers. Very, precarious position for the Vikings. You'd love to celebrate the incompletion call, but then knowing that it's 3rd and short, and this is Aaron Rodgers, there's only so long that you could celebrate before you got to go and tell your coaching staff, hey, let's get stuff going. Davante Adams thus far, 3 catches, 40 yards. Aaron Rodgers already having 75 yards, but 1 INT to boot. There's the handoff to, I believe that's Jamal Williams, and he's going to pick up 5. We're talking about pizza in the chat room. Candace ordering pizza. I had pizza 2 days ago. Had that Domino's. Not really a big, huge fan of Domino's, but I love the fact that you get a little bit of an incentive. You buy about 6 pies, all of a sudden you get a 7 free. JJNWS Ghost says pineapple on pizza, L or W. I'm going to go with an L. If you like pineapple on pizza, put a 1. If you don't like pineapple on pizza, put a 2. There's the toss out to Aaron Jones. He's going to pick up a first down for the Cheeseheads. Clock will continue to move, but they are now inside the 35-yard line. Currently sitting at the 34, I believe. Seeing a lot of mixed reviews here. Some people like it. Hell, a lot of people might like it. Brandon Banks in the house saying, what's up, Chiseled Adonis from Seattle. There it is. There it is. Intriguing. A lot of people turn out to like, pineapple on it. What do you know? There it is. I had no clue. This is new to me. I had no clue there was such a huge following for pizza. Shavang Patel says, why are you guys talking about pizza? Y'all making me hungry. Grab a snack for Shavang Patel. Dion Huntwood says pineapple on pizza is an L. As Davante Adams picks up additional yards for the Packers. 2nd and 2 situation. And if you're dealing with Aaron Rodgers, whenever you have short yardage situations, he will make you pay. Thus far, this drive is approaching 5 minutes, 8 plays, 50 yards. They are moving and imposing their will on the Vikings. There's the handoff to Aaron Jones. Enough for a first down. Pickup of 5. They only needed 2, and that's good enough for a Packers first down. I was hearing that all day yesterday at the Jets versus Steelers game. I always love hearing, the people say that's good enough for a first down. I just hate when it's against my team. Aaron Jones on the year, 874 yards rushing, but 14 rushing TDs, tied for the most in the NFL. 1st and 10 from the from the 20.5-yard line. Rodgers throwing it towards the left-hand side. Bubble screen to Davante Adams. Pickup of about 5 yards to the 15.5-yard mark. Tackled by Xavier Rhodes, who's giving up 83% completion percentage when passes come in his vicinity thus far this season. We've seen 3 plays thus far this first half where Aaron Rodgers has thrown that speed bubble out to Davante Adams. So needless to say, there must have been something on film study that signified that play will work very often against this Vikings defense, or maybe it's just been working a lot for the Packers. From the 15, Rodgers takes the snap, dropping back, rolling towards his right. He's dangerous when he's outside the pocket. He's going to throw the football away as Lazard was blanketed by the defender, could not get open. Great job by the defense. It's going to be 3rd and 5 inside the Tokokino zone. That's Rosetta Stone Greek. I love Greek. Love Greek. Although there's only one word that I can say in Greek, and that being red. But of course, we ain't talking about that right now. A little bit of ASMR. 3rd and 5. The Vikings fans ecstatic. They left the Mall of America. Can you fit all of these people in the Mall of America? Minnesota people, let me know. But 3rd and 5. 7-11 left to play. I got to go to 7-Eleven. I got a $1 deal on iced coffee. Although I'm not really a coffee drinker, I'm more of a tea drinker. As Aaron Rodgers rolling towards his left, throws the ball into the end zone. It's batted down, nearly intercepted. And that's going to have to send out Mason Crosby for yet another field goal. The Vikings defense continues to hold. Dangerous pass from Aaron Rodgers. Look at the roll towards his left, trying to rifle the football in. Very Brett Favre-esque, or I should say esque, looking for Geronimo Allison. The pass broken up by Alexander and Allison. They should both get credit for that breakup. 33-yard extra point attempt for Mason Crosby. He puts it through the uprights. It's good. That's the distance of the extra point. Not to say that it is an extra point. But, hey, there it is. 3 points. Time to get rid of that 3. But you already know what time it is for the Green Bay Packers because we know the size that is coming. So get rid of this 3. And what is coming in? Drum roll, please. Let me see those drum roll emojis. Big ass 6. Big ass 6. Can you see me inside the 6? It's a big ass 6. Big ass 6. The Crips are somewhere overjoyed that their number is getting representation. There it is for the Packers. 2 Mason Crosby field goals. Failure to get into the end zone. But a big-ass 6 for the Packers. 10-6 lead for Minnesota. You can let the people know that they're tuned in on Hot Mic, on Twitter. Just hit that Twitter button. Hashtag big-ass6. I almost typed bug-ass 6. That'd have been weird. Then all the bug catchers would have came out. Weeble would have probably came looking for the exotic that was thrown into the water. And shout out to everybody who did pop in on Twitter World. I see a good number of people who have popped in and tweeted out. So shout out to you guys engaging. Let me go down the list on Twitter World for you guys who did tweet out. We go to the utter beginning and then go from there. Ooh, there's a good number of people who did. That is awesome. All right, let's go. Desmond Edmond, Guy Hodge, Tony Zimmerman, Hoodie Zay, Kirk Cook, DF, Net Strike, Stephen Oates, Bitter Samurai, Lamar Sorrell, LJ Edwards, Hoodie Zay, Cornelius, Ryan Clear, Kyle, Cuffing Season Free Agent, What is Love, Payne Ellison, as always, I appreciate you. You've been around for a very long time. Ryan Clear, Net Strike again, D-Shock, Danica, I appreciate you. Period and Doomsday. The kick will not be fielded. Ryan Clear again, Net Strike again, Andrew Penalosa, Ultra Instinct, Flowtown's Finest, Brandon Black, D-Shock, Banshee 2X, Tavon Horton, Don't Disrespect My Diet, Ascension Ejects, Sherrod Petaway, Vixen Brains, Cornelius Alexander, Brian Theo Ellington, Jamal Yordi, Frank Adam, Guy Hodge, Ben, Terrence, Scarlett, Angelica, Steven, Brian, Seamus, TJ, My Info. And on the first play, the Vikings do not get too much yards as Boone would get the, let's see, Dalvin Cook actually not playing really is going to hurt Minnesota. They really kind of needed this man out there. But unfortunately, his shoulder in pain on the season thus far, 303 touches, over 1,600 yards. scrimmage yards, that is, and 13 touchdowns. 2nd and 6 after the Boone carry for 4 yards. Kirk Cousins on the move. There is Adarius Smith taking him down. What did I tell you about Cousins? You got to go and watch The Matrix. You cannot let the Smiths abuse you, and one of the Smiths made it to him. This would be a good time to have an Anderson in the backfield to protect you as a member of the one team. And the one team is really occupant of one. What is going on over here? Zadarius Smith saying you should have voted me to the Pro Bowl. Disregard your large purple man. And takes the Kirk Cousins to the ground. 3rd and 19 from the 16-yard line. There's the handoff. Big hole up front, but he's going to be tackled and stopped short. He is slowly growing himself some dreadlocks as well. 4 dreadlocked individuals in the backfield for the Minnesota Vikings, but it's going to be yet another punt. But just to close it out on Hot Mic, or I should say on Twitter, Jason B., Brandon, and all you guys who tuned in and tweeted out, I appreciate you guys for doing so. Five minutes left to play in the second quarter, in the first half. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're tuned in on YouTube, I see we got 128 watching. You see the chat is disabled. That seems very different from the other times in which we've always gone live. So what you're going to need to do is do me a favor. Download the Hot Mic app. It is absolutely free. Use the promo code Adonis if you want to chat with me. What's happening is once you get on the Hot Mic app, you follow me, and you get the app on your phone. Use the promo code Adonis because it's invite only. Then what happens? You click the tweet button at the bottom of your chat. You have an opportunity to enter a sweepstakes for an Amazon giveaway. Or I should say an Amazon gift card, that is. Only way to enter is to be on Hot Mic. So download the app if you're tuned in on YouTube. I see 4 people have since left. Hopefully you guys have just came over to the Hot Mic app. If you have not already, hit the follow button on Hot Mic. Feel free to do so. We're currently at 1,430. That is awesome. We were the first to 1,000. Let's see if we could be the first to 1,500 or even the first to 50 or the first to 2,000. It turns out it's confirmed that Lamar Jackson is sitting out for Week 17, so that makes things interesting for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Minnesota currently leading by 4, but I'm curious to see what their defense will do after the Packers going down the field. A lot of conversation about who would possibly be making that last wild card spot. Kid Dude saying that he thinks the Eagles are going to hold. I agree. Daniel Martin saying maybe. Desmond Edmond quoting the commentary say, hey, come here. No, somebody call the police. And hit that like button if you have not already on Hot Mic. 10-6 lead for the Minnesota Vikings at home hosting the Green Bay Packers in a battle for the NFC North. Under 5 minutes left to play. Green Bay taking the field for, I believe at this point, the 6th time this quarter. First drive resulting in a fumble that led to a field goal from Dan Bailey. Second drive resulting in a punt. The third, a field goal to even the score at 3 apiece. The fourth resulted in an interception that led to a Stephon Diggs touchdown. The fifth being a field goal, and here we are at the 6th. Thus far, Aaron Rodgers, 11 of 19. 1 INT. All his passes under 10 yards. Over 150 yards, total yards for the Green Bay Packers. Minnesota has not even cracked 60. 2nd and 9. Play action. Rodgers over the middle connects with Devontae Adams, but he fumbles on the play. It's going to be recovered by Kendricks once again. Second fumble recovery. There was a bit of a football move that will hold up. And Davante Adams puts the ball on the ground, and we have the third Green Bay Packer turnover of the first half. These guys cannot hold on to the football. There's the catch. There's the security of the football. There's the football move. There's the strip by Harrison Smith saying that I'm a white defensive back and you better put respect on my name, and damn it, I am. Look at the man in the backfield who gave up the catch, who could not cover Davante Adams, clapping his hand in utter disgust, but he did not trust his teammates, and his teammates said, I still got you. You may have gotten beat by about 12 yards, but I got your back, says Harrison Smith, as he strips the football of Davante Adams, and is recovered by Kendricks, his second fumble recovery thus far this quarter. And Minnesota, who has scored all their 10 points off of turnovers, have an opportunity to extend their lead to possibly a touchdown, or maybe making it a two-possession game once again. In the first 14 games, they've only had 9 turnovers. Top 3 in the fewest of the league, and now they have 3 already in just the first quarter. Boone gets his number called, and he's going to pick up 5. Green Bay killing it in the yardage category, outgaining Minnesota by nearly 100 yards. And yet here they are sitting at a 4-point deficit. They've possessed the ball double the time of Minnesota, 16-8, but they're shooting themselves in the foot. Plaxico Burress challenge. Mike Boone thus far 7 carries. And you can make that 8. Setting up a third down situation from the 42. 3 of Green Bay's first 6 drives have resulted in a turnover. Sayin is heading out. Later saying, have yourself a good night. Terrence says, and that's how the white man strips the football. Indeed. 3rd and 4. Motion man is Boone. Kirk family member Cousins takes the snap. There's the end around reverse it is. No, it's a pass. And Diggs overthrows Kirk Cousins, who was wide open. This is why he doesn't play quarterback. Oh my Lord, what an overthrow there. It was a pitch and catch. You spent your entire life playing catch and you overthrew Kirk Cousins. What a shame. And Cousins went for it. He laid all the way out for that football. Little bit of the Philly special in Minnesota, and it did not work out for them. No, I can't say it's the Tom Brady challenge, Levi, right? Because at least the football touched Tom Brady's fingers. Thus far on the season, the Vikings are 7 for 15. I'm going to be quite honest with you. I don't think they're going to go for it. Oh, my Lord, they took the snap. Kirk Cousins going for it all. Pass overthrown in the direction of Adam Thielen. And it's going to be a turnover on downs for the Vikings. I thought they were going to go out there to see if they could make them jump off sides because it was 4th and 4, so it would be an automatic first down. Turns out they decided just to go for it. Thielen went for the stop and go, but maybe he was just supposed to go against Tramon Williams. Well, what do you know? Pass incomplete, and the Packers get the football not too far from where they lost the football. So this is actually pretty good for the Packers. The first turnover that they had that did not result in points. And here we go, approaching the 2-minute warning, knowing Minnesota gets the football back at the start of the second half. And Malcolm Wilhelm says, hashtag big ass throw. Davante Adams, the leading receiver with 65 yards. Aaron Rodgers takes the snap from his own 42-yard line, connects with Adams. He's going to pick up about 1 yard, setting up a 2nd and 9 from the 43. Green Bay's turnovers thus far. You saw the opening possession. Aaron Jones put the football on the ground because Barr jarred it out. Then Rodgers on the pass was intercepted by Anthony Harris. And then yet again a fumble from Adams, forced by Harrison Smith, recovered by Kendricks once again. Needless to say, an individual with dreadlocks was involved on every single play. 2 of those turnovers were by dreadlocks individuals. 1, that was the interception, was perpetrated by a dreadlocks individual. So dreadlocks' presence are being felt, whether it's used the right way or not. And we are headed to the 2-minute warning with the Green Bay Packers trailing by 4 points in Minnesota, where the Vikings are undefeated. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're tuned in on YouTube and you have not already downloaded the Hot Mic app, download the Hot Mic app. It is absolutely free. Use the promo code Adonis. Get it on your phone. Why is that? Because for one, you get to listen to me live and in real time. It is synced to your television. So you don't got to listen to Booger McFarlane or anybody else who's on commentary. More importantly, there is no delay. On YouTube, there's a little bit of a delay, about 45 seconds to a minute. So if you're watching on YouTube, you're going to be wondering, oh, I've already saw this play. Why is he just now talking about it about a minute later? So if you want to get it in real time, you're going to want to go over to the Hot Mic app. And more importantly, there's a little bit of an incentive for you guys today. All right, what you're going to do is download the app, use a promo code Adonis. When you get it on your phone, you go into the chat room. You know, you can chat it up with everybody else who's tuned in. We got over 100 in the building. So say hello once you enter. And then hit that Twitter, the tweet button at the bottom of your screen. And then once you hit the tweet, you are now immediately entered into the sweepstakes to claim a free Amazon gift card. So do yourself a favor, add to your Christmas gift, or I should say your Christmas gifts, and join the sweepstakes. Absolutely free. All you got to do is download the app. There is no catch. I am not Billy Mays. It is a Go Bears Go in the building. Ultimate Ario says if Dig makes that throw, none of that other stuff happens. You are correct. Desmond Edmonds says, Mike Zimmer, that call was stupid. Use your common sense. I'm a big fan of that call, actually. Hunter says, I could see a 49ers Chiefs Super Bowl. I don't see the Chiefs being able to make it to the Super Bowl with that defense, but the past 6 games, they've been balling. I think they kept every team, or I should say they've been averaging about 10 points per game over the course of the last 6 games. So their defense has been balling, but I'm concerned about how consistent that defense can be. Hunter says the last time the Bears went to the Super Bowl, they had Grossman at QB. Indeed, they did. They should have went to the Super Bowl in 2010 when Jay Cutler was quarterbacking, but my knee, and he couldn't play. And then the backup came in and got hurt himself. There's Marshawn Lynch possibly joining back with the Seattle Seahawks. Dion Hunt says Andy Reid better not choke like he did in Philly. Well, he's been choking inside Kansas City. Aaron Rodgers' pass was incomplete for Lazard, rifled it over the middle, just out of, well, not necessarily out of his reach, it hit his hands. Let's see what happens on this drive. The Packers definitely do need to pick up some points, given the fact that, you know, those guys saw the Vikings take advantage of 2 turnovers and put points on the board, and they're getting back to start the second half. And the second half is always tough with that first 2 possessions because teams have been making adjustments. 3rd and 9 from the 43-yard line. Rodgers rolling towards his left. Got to get rid of the football here. Throws it away, and the punt unit is coming onto the field. Rodgers is not feeling that particular drive. Great pass rush from the Minnesota Vikings, trying their best to win this division. For the first time in 2 years, Mahmoud says we might end up with the Ravens and Patriots in the AFC Championship, the Vikings and Saints in the NFC Championship. Well, we'll have to see. William has returned. What's going on? As the punt is fair caught at the 10-yard line. Mr. Failure says both teams are playing like they don't want it. You're correct. Kirk Cousins, since week 3, 23 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He has been absolutely balling. Best 10-week, span of his career. but he is still yet to win a game on Monday Night Football. So can this be the game where he finally breaks his cherry, pops his cherry, gets rid of his hymen, and finally gets that W? He is 4 for 11, 39 yards, and he's never been blitzed yet. Handoff to Boone. Great acceleration pickup of 6 or 7. Under the 2-minute warning, 2 timeouts remaining for the Vikings. They have a 2-for-1 situation here. If they can score before the half, they have an opportunity to get the football right back after halftime. The Packers have possessed the ball for 18 minutes. The Vikings have just eclipsed the 10-minute mark. But those 2 turnovers really came back to hurt, or I should say those 3 turnovers really came back to hurt Green Bay. Boone gets the carry. He's immediately dropped down by who else but the Smith of Za'Darius, making a play once again. Go Bears, go. Says, what you think about conference seeding when it comes to the playoffs? Is it just rather get away with the divisions? I'm not a big fan of that. Not a big fan of that. I think win your division, you get a home game, regardless of what it is. I like the way that it is, because it's not often that you see, a team that is 7-9 or 8-8 or 9-7 win their division year in and year out. Usually it's about a 10-6 is usually the average of the floor for a team winning their division. So I'd rather keep it the way that it is. 3rd and 5. Because if that was the case, might as well do away with the divisions regardless. Kirk Cousins' pass is oh no, it's not. Nearly intercepted by Jamon Williams. Could have got that INT. Old man Williams missed his opportunity, and I'm sure that he is upset about that. Could have really made a play there. Broke on the ball on Laquan Treadwell. Had an opportunity for a pick, but that was not the case. 34 INTs on his career. This could have been number 35. Mr. Failure says 2 minutes left and they're sitting here taking their time. I agree. It's bad time management. It doesn't seem as if there's any sense of urgency. I'm not a big fan of their lack of movement. The Packers, I expect them to come out with high energy, given their field position on this particular play. They've got to go out there and take care of business. For the NFC North title, the Vikings have to win out and also need the Packers to lose. For the Packers, they have to just win tonight or win in Week 17. So it turns out they must have a better divisional record and also a better conference record. The Packers have an opportunity to be not only the 1 seed, not only the 2 seed, not only the 3 seed, but they can mess around and drop all the way down to the 6 seed. So this is pretty much a battle to see who will have a first-round bye or who the hell will drop down to number 6. Because neither team will be able to catch San Francisco because they're locked in at 5. Pardon me, Seattle is locked in at 5. And they're doing a showdown next week to see who wins the division and who drops to the 5 seed. Shavang Patel says, gonna get the big-ass 9 on a field goal. You know what? I kind of hope that they do, because a 9 is the only number that was yet to be revealed when it comes to the number series. Aaron Rodgers trying to step out and bring this team into the lead or possibly cut that deficit to 1. David saying how I'm doing magnificent. 2nd and 10. 50 seconds left to play in the half. Pass caught by Jimmy Ounce, Jimmy Pound, Jimmy Graham, and he fumbles on the play, but it's recovered by Geronimo Allison, but they say he was out of bounds. And the Packers are finding ways to put the football down, man. Jimmy Graham finding his way open, coming from the slot, running right behind the linebackers, or I should say right in front of him, actually. Nobody had the outside. Hell of a play by the Vikings defense to punch that out. And you know what? Had that been a fumble recovered by Minnesota, that would have been returned. That would have been, reviewed and it would have been Minnesota football. But most likely, what they're going to do here is review it and push it back 2 yards. They're going to move him back 2 yards. That was indeed a fumble. That is a catch, no question. There is green in betwixt the cleat and also the out-of-bounds line. That is a fumble. That should be a loss of 2 yards. Ladies and gentlemen, if you think it's a fumble, put a 1. If you do not think it's a fumble, put a 2. But I'm going to say it's a big-ass 1. Hashtag big-ass 1. That is a fumble. Dion, Go Bears, Danica, Hunter, Desmond Edmond, John Trell, Apex, Sean, David, Mr. GH2, Elijah, Amari, Daniel, JJNS Ghost, NW Ghost, pardon me, Elijah, Nelson, R, Austin, Arthur. I'd pull for North Korea before I pull for the Raiders. Valerie, Candace, Ben, Kitty, Nostradamus, Scorpion King, Levi, Taishim, Jahil, Andre, Ryan, David, Charles, Shavang, Seamus, Paul, Carson, Brian. Y'all all saying 1. I haven't seen a 2 yet. It seems unanimous that we're all leaning towards this actually being a fumble. This should be a loss of 2. And ladies and gentlemen, we got 188 watching on YouTube. Do me a favor. If you have not clicked the like button already, click that like button. But you're probably asking yourself, why is there no YouTube chat room? Why is that? Because on the Hot Mic app, we have a chat room there. But more importantly, there's a little bit of an incentive to go over to Hot Mic. Why is that? Because you have an opportunity to win a free Amazon gift card. How does that happen, Adonis? Well, what you do is you download the Hot Mic app, you use the promo code Adonis. It's absolutely free. You get it on your iPhone, you get it on your Android, whatever the case may be regarding your phone. Then you hit the tweet button at the bottom of the chat room. You let your followers know that you're tuned in to Hold My Nugget Studios, and you are immediately entered into a pool regarding who will win the Amazon gift card. $2, you could get an opportunity of 2 $50 gift cards. And there's the official review. It still is a 1st and 10. Under a minute left to play. For the Green Bay Packers from the 39-yard line. As Rodgers plans to take the snap, I'm not seeing a safety on the left-hand side. It's one-on-one. And there are the great blockers for Jamal Williams. I wish he would have went outside. He's able to pick up the 1st down. Packers only 1 timeout. If I'm them here, I'm definitely clocking it, saving a timeout, and also getting myself 2 more downs. The referee speaking to Aaron Rodgers for some apparent reason. That's very bizarre. Turns out they're not going to clock it. Rodgers takes the snap, connects with Davante Adams. He gets a little bit of space, tight ropes it for the 1st down, and gets out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. 16 seconds left to play. That was kind of bizarre. I'm not going to lie to you. That's a little bizarre. I did not foresee them not spiking the football here. Great job by Davante Adams to run this tightrope. He does indeed pick up that 1st down. Yes, indeed he does. Was that at the 20 or was that at the 10? I believe that might have just been at the 10. Hell of a play by Adams. Oh, no, that's a 15. 8 catches already, 80 yards, shotgun formation, trips towards the right. Rodgers one-on-one, cornerback falls down. Davante Adams gets out of bounds, but I wish that he saw that the cornerback was down. He could have possibly gotten to the 6 or the 5. And the Packers on the move, trying to either get a big-ass 9 or possibly a big-ass 13. Well, a regular size 13, because you know the 3s over here ain't too big. Daniel says, slide to my left. Indeed, I should. Oh, slide to my left. There we go, so I'll get more centered. And Pikachu's all up in there, looking like it got caught in electricity. Aaron Rodgers, 17 of 28. 28 passing attempts already in the first half. That is something. There probably should have been a call for a false start on Bakari. Pass caught by Jamal Williams. He gets pushed out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Clock still is stopped. Timeout still remains. This is a very favorable position for the Green Bay Packers. And if I'm them here, I'm running a pass play and then I'm running a run play. Run another speed out situation. That'll probably take up about two seconds. And then you can run the football and then immediately call timeout. But most likely they might just run here on 1st and goal. There's the motion man being Jimmy Graham. No, they're definitely passing. Jimmy Graham's going towards the back of the end zone. Yeah, they got to use that timeout. It's clipped. There it is. That's bad situational football. Bad situational football. I'm not a fan of that whatsoever. I'm not understanding why Matt LaFleur or those guys did not have a play set up. That's bad situational football. What you got to have is one simple play. You could have ran the same play. SOS, same old shit. Run the exact same play. You utilize maybe 2 seconds, and then after you got 5 seconds left, you could run the football, possibly pick up some yards there. I'm not a fan of that call whatsoever. Could have been better situational football. Offense is still on the field with 7 seconds left. Most likely they're just going to throw a bunch of fades. Nothing inside or no screen passes that could be tackled to where, they could get stopped, and then from that point, time could elapse. The Ultimate Oreo says you lose the element of surprise. I agree. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. 1st and goal, 7 seconds left to play. First and goal. Williams in motion again. I'm not understanding. They're going to get a delay of game here. The snap is taken by Rodgers, throws it to Adams. The pass is incomplete. That should have been flagged for delay of game. There's two single times on this particular drive. There should have been a call for delay of game. But once again, Davante Adams, hands just for decoration. He's headed to the sideline. He's definitely going to be asking himself in halftime, what happened to my hands? What was he doing with his hands there? He got outside. He ran a good route. He turned outwards, but turned his hands somewhat very unorthodox inwards as the pass was incomplete. 19-yard attempt for Mason Crossbar. He puts it through the uprights. It's good. But luckily, the big positive out of this is that we're getting rid of the 6. And what are we bringing in? That last number that has yet to make its appearance thus far on the stream. So drum roll, please. If you have not already put the drum emojis, throw it up in there. Big ass 9 on the way. I'll be so disappointed if it's not a big ass 9. Big ass 9. Yes, it is a big ass 9. Whew, I'm going to get my face up in it. Big ass 9. Hashtag bring the 9. Hashtag big ass 9. Let's get that over for the Packers. Hashtag big ass 9. Bam. 10-9 is your score in favor of the Minnesota Vikings, who are leading right now, where we've seen the Green Bay Packers turn the football over 3 times in the first half. They've only had 9 turnovers the entire season, and here they are with 3 in the first half. Let's walk down. Let's break down exactly what it is that transpired. Very first drive of the game. What did we see? We saw a fumble from Aaron Jones. Then, 2 possessions later, what did we see? An interception from Aaron Rodgers. 3 possessions later, an interception from Aaron Rodgers, picked off by Anthony Harris. And then, 2 possessions ago, we saw Aaron Rodgers connect with Davante Adams, who fumbled on the play. The Minnesota Vikings have taken advantage of 2 of the 3 turnovers and put points on the board. One with a Dan Bailey field goal, another with a Stephon TM, or I should say Diglett used TM 28 digs. So what we're seeing right now is a Minnesota lead 10-9. And ladies and gentlemen, for the first half, we can announce our winner of the $50 Amazon gift card. Drum roll, please, to see who won. And for YouTubers who are not quite sure what the sweepstakes was, pretty much what you got to do is download the Hot Mic app, use the promo code Adonis, get onto Hot Mic, hop into the chat room and Hold My Nugget Studios, hit that tweet, and then your name will be put into a random pool to select who will be winning a $50 Amazon gift card. And the winner of the first half's Amazon gift card is Andrew Penalosa at Drew and the Crew 1. You have won the $50 Amazon gift card for the first half. You are the first winner. But, ladies and gentlemen, do not get discouraged. Claps in the chat room for Andrew. Congrats, Andrew. You have won. But ladies and gentlemen, it is not over yet. It is not over yet. You still have a second half gift card to go. Winners across the board. You have another chance to win. Shout out to Andrew. I'll tweet at you right now. Just in case you did not know, perhaps he's releasing the fecal matter in his bowels, so he's not too sure. But we've got to make sure that Andrew knows that he did indeed win. Go over to Twitter World and let him know he is the winner of the very first Chiseled Adonis sweepstakes. Woo-hoo for Andrew. I like that. Let's go let him know that he won on Twitter. We saw a big-ass 9 today, so they're overjoyed at the celebration of the hashtag big-ass 9. Are the first winner of the 50 Dura. All right. There we go. Let me open up the YouTube chat room once again for the third quarter. And then in the top of the fourth, it will go back down. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will be right back in about 3 minutes. I'm turning on the chat room back on for YouTube. And we will get the second sweepstakes going for the next $50 Amazon gift card. I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, and we are back for the second half, all right? And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Hold My Nuggets Studios live on the Hot Mic app as well. Shout out to Andrew Penalosa, who won the $50 giveaway, gift card giveaway during the first half. The second half, we still will have a new winner. So if you have not already joined the sweepstakes, feel free to join the sweepstakes and become a winner of a, $50 Amazon gift card. How do you enter, you may ask, individuals on YouTube? I see a ton of people who are just now tuning in as the chat room has opened up once again. The Guap Getter says, did the stream end or is he still on? I still am on, Guap Getter. But let me tell you something. If you were interested in possibly winning yourself some free money, here's what you got to do. Download the Hot Mic app. Use the promo code Adonis and you can enter a $50 gift card sweepstakes. All you got to do is download the Hot Mic app. It's absolutely free. Get it on your phone. Hop into, Hot Mic. Then use the promo code Adonis. Go to Hold My Nugget Studios, and at the bottom of your screen, you'll see a tweet. You just hit that tweet. Let your Twitter following know that you tuned in to Hold My Nugget Studios, and you have an opportunity to win a $50 Amazon gift card. Minnesota to receive the punt. Good Lord. Receive the kick. Coming out of halftime. Trailing 10-9. Failure to find the end zone is Green Bay. 3 turnovers already in the first half. Mason Crosby to kick the football back to Minnesota. We're going to read off the stats after this kick is fielded. If it is indeed fielded, an old man Mason kicks it into the end zone, and the Vikings will take over at the 25. Total yards, Green Bay 221, Minnesota 68. Passing yards, Green Bay 155, Minnesota 26. Green Bay rushing yards 66, Minnesota 42. All right, 10 points scored to 9 in favor of Minnesota, but they are playing absolutely abysmal, being murdered on time of possession. Green Bay is owning this game, at least on paper, but those 3 turnovers are definitely haunting them. Pass caught by Ham, and this man is clotheslined from behind. But there's the not first down yardage, but about 8 yards for Minnesota. Why does it say that the passing yards is at 26 for Kirk Cousins, at least before that pass? That's because of the sack from Zadarius Smith. Earlier in the game, that is. But we've seen only 1 sack. Here we go. There's the handoff. Gain of nothing to Boone. And if you're wondering why there is 2 dreadlocked individuals in the backfield for Minnesota missing from the field, that is because Dalvin Cook is hurt. That is also because Alexander Madison is hurt. So it is on the shoulders of Mike Boone, who has 11 carries for 28 yards. And no scores thus far this game. The only score was from Kirk Cousins to Stephon Diggs. Brandon Brooks says, hey, Adonis, do you do any stand-up? Absolutely, I do. In fact, I've had a couple of clips that I want to go and post, but there's some material that I want to get polished up before I go and post that one because I'm still working on it, so it makes no sense to post it in its infancy. Desmond Edmonds says, y'all really deleted Brandon, though. The Ultimate Oreo says, you ever laugh so hard that you can't make any noise for 45 seconds, so you just sit there cracking up and clapping like a seal? That was me. It happens. 4th and 3. Nostradamus says, I heard some dumbass call Eli Manning the greatest of all time at work. Do me a favor, quit that job. If you got nincompoops like that talking about Eli Manning, greatest quarterback of all time, quit that job. Get away from that negative energy. You don't need that kind of stupidity around you. I'll tell you that much. Today is Happy Festivus, is it not? Let me air out my grievances. People who think Eli Manning's the greatest quarterback of all time, that grinds my gears. Get him out of here. Paul Lawrence says, who inspired me to do comedy? Patrice O'Neal, the late, great Patrice O'Neal. I always knew I wanted to do comedy, but I did not necessarily have that push. When I discovered Patrice O'Neal, that is what ultimately gave me that push. Once I got finished with college football, really, I tell everybody on every podcast interview I've ever done, and they always ask about what got me along this journey to starting comedy. I was playing upstate New York college football after my second year, and we constantly had to continue changing quarterbacks. I said, you know what? I don't feel as passionate about the game as I did when I first came in. And going into my third season, I had an opportunity to play once again. I said, you know what? I'll omit it because my love for the game is not leaving, but I'm waking up in the morning not ecstatic to go to practice. I used to be one of those people who would wake up giddy, can't wait to go to practice. Once it started feeling like I'm going through the motions, I love the game way too much to disrespect it like that. So I said, you know what, better for me to step away, and if I have the urge to want to go and come back, then I'll come back. But when I stepped away, I felt at peace, but then I started to ask myself, what else am I passionate about? So I started doing a life reflection, and the one conduit that I've always had throughout my entire life has always been I have been hilarious. I've always been funny. And then I started thinking about why did I go out and try to be funny? Was it because I was trying to get a laugh, or was it how I naturally felt? So once it came to the conclusion that that's how I naturally was, and I just do comedy sort of stuff off the rip, I said, you know what, I'm going to go embark on this journey. I discovered Patrice O'Neal in like 2000, I think it was 2012, 2013. Unfortunately, he had since passed after I discovered him. And then listening to somebody who truly just speaks their mind and says whatever the hell it is that they want to say and has zero filter, zero fear of other people's opinions, I said, damn, that's the way I want to be. And having the opportunity, or even, doing comedy, I had no clue that you could just go to a stage and do an open mic somewhere. I thought you had to go, you're doing this amateur thing and you got to do all this. Once I figured out it was something attainable, I'm like, yeah, I felt like Bill Burr. Bill Burr didn't know he could just do stand-up. He thought he had to go through some sort of ring or something, or get branded or something like that. He was like, wait a minute, you mean to tell me I could just sign up and go on stage? Shoot, let me go and do that. So once I did it in 2016, and here we are 3.5 years later, or 3.75 later. I played a receiver in college, but in high school, I played everything. I played wide receiver in college. My stats, absolutely mediocre. All right, I had 4 catches for 23 yards and no scores in my college career. But I was always in the game. If you went back and looked at my film, I was open majority of the time. Did they throw it my way? Absolutely not. If Chris Greggs is in the building, my old college teammate, he could tell you. He could tell you. But yo, when out there, they used to call me Nino in college because they said I looked like Wesley Snipes in New Jack City. So there was constant times. I'll never forget my very first game of college. I started at the left-hand side of the X receiver, and I caught a pass, an 11-yard out route on the first drive of the game. Moved the chains. About 2 plays later, I ran a post corner. Wide open by a mile. The quarterback was under duress and was fleeing out of the pocket. He's calling for me to come back. I'm wide open by 30 yards. Just throw me the football, man. 2nd and 6. Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball deep is going to be broken up off the back of the helmet, and it's going to set up 3rd and 6. So when he didn't throw me the football and I came back to the sideline, the coach started barking at me like, hey, man, why didn't you come back to the football? I'm like, dog, I'm open by 20 yards. This man has an arm that can launch the ball 60 from his knees. Just throw the football up there. We can get a touchdown. How is that my fault? But, they had the, the veteran, seniority sort of situation. So then the second year, it was pretty much the exact same thing, and that was pretty much the end of that. But I have 2 more years of eligibility. So if I get enough money to where, I can go to college for a semester and it would not hurt my pockets, I would definitely go back just to play 1 more season. Or possibly play semi-pro with my friends. Who knows? 3rd and 6 for the Packers. Pass over the middle, caught by Lazard. And he's going to pick up a first down for the Packers. That's a very good question, Austin. That's something that can definitely create a conversation in the chat room. How did you guys discover the Chiseled Adonis? That is a very good question. The Ultimate Oreo, you are absolutely correct. I was open by about 30. I wish I had the game film. I really do. If I still could log into my student huddle account, I would. I wish I had the game film because I'd really show it to you guys. I was open by about 30. When you talk about I always could run routes. There's the carry from Aaron Jones, pickup of 16 yards. I was never, the fastest. I was never the strongest. I was never the biggest. I was quick. I was not fast. But I always could run routes. If you saw my black versus brown, series, it was absolutely abysmal because I didn't run a route in over like a year. But if I took time to, all right, get my legs back under me, I always could run a route. And the comeback, I watched a lot of Steve Largent, and I was so ecstatic when I watched the NFL all-time team, and Steve Smith Sr. was talking about watching Steve Largent. When I was in high school, I was watching Steve Largent highlights in order to learn how to run that comeback. So I was shocked that Steve Smith was watching the exact same thing that I was watching, because he pointed out the 18-yard comeback from Steve Largent. I used to always watch that same clip of Steve Largent's comeback and how to run it. Oh, my Lord, I was lethal on that route. Lethal on that route. The post corner, a corner route, I knew how to wiggle. I might just start running routes in the wintertime just to get my legs back under me. The hell with cardio. Let me go out to the field and run some routes. Bringing me back. Hunter Thomas says the Super Bowl 52 commentary. Also he discovered it through In the Clutch. That's what's up. My brothers down there in Houston. Brandon Chewy Black said watching In the Clutch. Play action fake. Aaron Rodgers does not escape the pass rush. Thrown down to the floor like a child. Are you kidding me? Discipline. Little boy. Sacked. Loss of over 10. Gonna set up 3rd and long for the Packers. Look at the lack of protection from Bakari on the outside. Well, then again, he was pulling. So that set up oh boy, they left Robert Tonyan there to guard this man one-on-one. Yeah, he was doomed from the start. He got manhandled. Absolutely manhandled. Treated like a child. The other Hunter said, I showed up on his recommended. Sherrod says he's been watching me through In the Clutch. That's what's up. Daniel Martin said he found me through Facebook. Candace said when I was complaining about the MTA, that's a classic. Aaron Rodgers going down the field, pass broken up. What a play. What a play by Harris. Getting up in there. It looked as if it could have been a catch, but it was broken up at the last second. Under 10 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Packer Nation said he discovered me when Cody Parkey double doinked. The Ultimate Oreo says, what's my favorite route to run? I would have to say the post corner. Austin says, I saw your week 18 commentary. Oh, week 18 and week 16. Oh, week 18 and week 6. Well, probably week 17 and week 6 commentary. I appreciate you. That's a throwback right there. Mr. G8 says his friend Andre put him on. That's what's up. Josh says, watching the video about harlots. That's awesome. Brian said one of the commentaries. Zay Hughes says, by accident. There's the punt going to be fielded. No, it's a fair catch inside the 25. Desmond Edmonds says, what I was ranting about Area 51. Oh, wow, that's very recent. JJNWS Go says, the Lions and Saints game. That's what's up. Jesus or Jesus Valdez says, from Instagram, when I was talking about the Fat Family, that was the biggest video I ever did. No pun intended. Peyton Ellison says, watching ABC News this morning. He saw they was raising the bus fare. That's where he came along, and you've been along for a very long time. A lot of people came in from In the Clutch. That's what's up. You know what's funny? I actually I heard about In the Clutch when they first had under 1,000 subscribers. When their first video of mine they reacted to was 2017 week 12. Yeah, 2017 week 12. I believe Houston was playing that game, and also I think that might have been the week where Pittsburgh was playing against the Packers in the primetime game. And they tuned in for that particular game, and man, those guys have been solid, and I appreciate them for everything that they do. But ladies and gentlemen on YouTube, if you have not known already, we got a sweepstakes going on. We got a sweepstakes going on Hot Mic. So if you have not downloaded the Hot Mic already, you have an opportunity to win a $50 gift card from Amazon. This is what you do. You download the Hot Mic app. You use the promo code Adonis. You get the app on your phone. You hop into the Hold My Nugget Studios. You also follow the Chiseled Adonis as well. Then you click at the bottom left-hand side. You click the tweet. You send it out to your Twitter, universe. Hey, we're tuned in to Hold My Nugget Studios, hashtag Hold My Hot Mic. Then what happens? You are entered into a random pool. And at the conclusion of the game, you will be selected, one of you guys that is, to win the gift card. Already in the first half, we had Andrew Penelosa won the first gift card for $50. Perhaps the odds can ever be in your favor. And you can be the individual who wins the second. On YouTube, we got a ton of people pointing out when they first tuned into the Chiseled Adonis videos. All right, we have a Edwin Thomas says when a friend shared my video. Sydney said he discovered me through YouTube. Ravens fan who says who is going to start in week 17? RG3. Ultra Dam says the first video he saw was the college football, a CFC 2008. Oh, is that the conference championship? Is that college football championship? Or probably was that Alabama and Georgia? If it was, that was one of my favorite videos I ever did. Zay, if you're wondering about the Sunday commentary, it's already uploaded. Kirk Cousins rolling back towards his right. He's got to run out of the tackle box, and I hope he got out of there. Hell of a pass rush from 95 getting after him. Sean Kickby says, discovered me on Facebook. First video was bashing Nick Folk. That is a classic. Shed Master said, found me because he started playing football. That's what's up. Laura Vontae says, the Miami Heat rant. That is what's up. There's more Miami Heat rants to come. Now that they're a very, very good team. And more importantly, I'm going to get more in tune with the basketball season. Don Gorgon says, I learned about the Chiseled Adonis from Tommy Sotomayor. That's what's up. That's my brother right there. Soul and Music 88 says, been a fan since 2017. That's what's up. Kirk family member Cousins goes down as Zadarius Smith again. He says you should have put me in the Pro Bowl. 15 and a half sacks now on the season, I believe it is. No, actually, no. It might just be 12 and a half. I think Danielle Hunter got to 15. No, he got to 14 and a half. Whatever the case may be. Zadarius Smith making his presence felt. Dreadlock powers on display. Disregarding arms. Double, he's getting trade. He's getting double blocked and says, I don't care about the purple people eaters. I eat cheese, and I'm going to take a bite out of your quarterback. You kidding me? You can't get this pass rush for free. Pass from Kirk Cousins. Wide open is Stephon Diggs, but oh, Lord, that was a hit that he took. His lower extremities are on fire. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why you need to wear your knee pads. Although he got hit towards the side, towards the thigh, towards the hip, whatever the case may be, hell of a pass. Zone coverage. Great read by Cousins. Great hit by Amos Adams coming over from the Chicago Bears, I might add. But hell of a route by Diggs getting open. But ooh, that was a big time hit. And that's definitely the knee. Maybe it's one of those situations where you got to keep the momentum going, the adrenaline going, and just keep moving his feet. Lycon Sykes says, yo, you're a Heat fan too, my man? Absolutely. Heat fan since 2000. Pardon me. Heat fan since 99. I should say, because that's when NBA Jam 2000 came out in 99, and I had the game when it first came out because somebody decided, hey, let me just give you this game for no apparent reason. I'm like, oh, really? Oh, you shouldn't have did that. Played that all night and day. Brian says, I'm watching Monday Night Raw and tuned into this. I appreciate that. I have not been able to watch Monday Night Raw live in quite some time. So I must say, during the playoff games, I am going to be a little bit ecstatic that I'll have, I'll be live on Saturday and Sunday, but then on Monday, I can tune back into Monday Night Raw. But I have been catching up throughout the weeks. The only thing that I'm missing thus far that I did not see was Friday Night SmackDown, so I got to catch up on that. 7:27 left to play. Kirk family member Cousins, he's going to go deep here. He's going to take his shot. The pass intercepted inside the 10, and here it is going back the other way. That is King. He's got a couple of blocks out in front. He's going to return it to the 46-yard line, and finally the Green Bay Packers get a break. They get an INT. Cousins wanted to take a shot, and look at that. They are back into the game. Hell of a play made by King. At first, I thought he was not going to catch that football. He better tuck that away with one hand. They were going deep towards Diggs. He could not bring that down. King takes the football away, and that is one turnover in the direction of the Green Bay Packers. I mean, Minnesota did have a turnover on downs, but that doesn't necessarily count as a turnover. So, hell of a play. And Green Bay has an opportunity to make a play on that pass. Or I should say, make a play on that turnover now. Ultra D-Man says Bama versus Georgia. That was hilarious. The broken coverage. I'll tell you this much. That is one of my top 5 commentaries that I ever did. I can put that one up against any other commentary. I think week 8 last year commentary, Alabama, Georgia, Super Bowl 52, maybe week 12 or week 13 this year were some of the best that I did. But definitely Alabama, Georgia, and week 8 last year. Those were absolutely hysterical for me. It was hard enough for me to finish the commentary because I found myself laughing. And what I'm trying to do now, and I'm sure that you saw it, if you have not had an opportunity to tune into the commentary video earlier that I posted at 8 o'clock, or maybe about like 8:10. But if you didn't miss the opportunity to tune in, then watch it after the game. But one of my things that I'm trying my best to do now is because I don't want to keep too much of the quotables. The problem is when you have so many quotables and you find yourself in situations where you have to keep quoting them, the video becomes extremely repetitive. So what I'm going to do is, for some of the Rosetta Stones, I'm going to stretch them out much more. Instead of having to find myself doing maybe 3, 4, 5 in the games, I'll do 2 and then delay that. With the Cowboys, I try not to use SpongeBob as often anymore. So instead of getting them to 5, 6, 7 that you did, I'm going to give you maybe 1 or 2. There's a ton of like the necrophilia sort of situation. Not going to use it too many times. You got to know how to do the comedy the right time. Sometimes I get so caught up in, the quotables, I mess around and then miss the bulk of the jokes, in which that's what the people come for. Because there's always, you want to say quotables along with me, but it's what I say in between of the quotables that really is the bulk of the video. So got to keep that uniqueness there for you guys. Amit says, what makes your favorite anything special? What makes them my favorite? I would have to say the college football one, what made that one my favorite was just very good pace, and also Nick Saban, when I started talking about him wanting to come into the game. Just very good pacing of that video. And week 8, I think it was just, there was not a single dull moment. That had to be one of the videos where you were laughing the entire time. Because when I watched it back, I could not stand up. I had to sit down. It was absolutely hilarious. JJNWS Ghost says Matt Gay going into the Death Note was it for him. That's awesome. I love that moment. Let's see if the Green Bay Packers can get points off of turnovers. Thus far, we've seen Minnesota score all their points off turnovers. So let's see what the Packers can do here. 2nd and 2. Jamal Williams gets rocked, but he's able to pick up the first down. Ultra Instinct puts $4.99 on it. Says, I discovered you when you rant about school, and I will never forget the Super Bowl 52 commentary with Goku collecting energy from the 32 teams at the end. Plus, Nancy. I appreciate you. Ultra Instinct also went to Philly in the YouTube, I should say in the Hot Mic chat room. But I'll tell you this much. I definitely want to bring back the anime, eliminations. So probably at the conclusion of week 17, when I eliminate everybody once again and put them back in the Death Note, I'm going to have something updated anime, ending so everybody can get eliminated. If only my editing prowess to where I could keep putting everybody's face of the teams on the people getting eliminated, but it's going to be fun. I'm going to bring those back for the playoffs. Everybody's getting eliminated. People getting written down Death Note. You're going to have a different sort of anime ending. Somebody getting knocked the hell up out of there, and you're going to be the representation of the person getting knocked out. Darian saying that Cousins and Diggs are complaining. Well, I'm sure that they are. These guys are failing to move the football, let alone get an opportunity to put points on the board. Outside of those 2 turnovers that brought the football inside the 20, they've done virtually nothing. There's a handoff to Aaron Jones. He's going to be stood up. Hell of a tackle, man. 40 is making plays today. Those guys are making plays. Way to stand him up and force a 3rd and short situation. But this is where we might see the trips to the right or trips to the left with the weak side receiver being Davante Adams, and they run that quick speed bubble. We've seen them do it on 4 different occasions. Hell, it might have been 5. On 5 different occasions on short yardage situations. So let's see if they try to get that one done. There's 3 receivers in the game along with Mercedes Lewis, and 1 running back being Aaron Jones. There's the trips to the right. The weak side receiver. Who is the weak side receiver? Show me it, camera people. It is indeed Davante Adams, but it's not the fake. The pass back to Davante. He does make the catch. His neck is wrung, I should say, but it's enough to move the chains for a 1st down. Dice City official says, "What's up, Chiseled? How you doing?" Man, I'm doing sensational. Thanks so much for tuning into the stream. But if you have not already, click the Hot Mic download link so you can enter a $50 Amazon gift card giveaway. How do you enter, you might ask people in the YouTube chat room. What you're going to do is click those links, use the promo code Adonis. Then when you download the Hot Mic app and you get on the app, enter Hold My Nugget Studios, follow the Chiseled Adonis, and then click on the the bottom left-hand corner, tweet out to your following that you're tuned in to Hold My Nugget Studios, and you have an opportunity to enter the sweepstakes. Because immediately after you tweet, you are put into a random pool. The Packers' leading receivers tonight, Davante Adams, 10 catches and 93 yards, but he also did have that fumble loss that did not result in points for the Vikings. That was the only turnover that did not result in points. But Alan Lazard, 4 catches, 37 yards, and then everybody else is, virtually irrelevant. Jimmy Graham has only 1 catch as well, I believe. 2nd and 1. Trips towards the left. 2 tight ends in the game. There's the pass to the right. It's caught by Marquez, a Valdez, a Scantling, and he's got a 1st down for the Pack. Brandon Brooks says, in my opinion, the most underrated Pokemon. The most underrated Pokemon. That is a good one. I have a Pokemon that I use on all of my games, and why am I forgetting? It's not Nidoking. It'll come to me. Give me one. It'll come to me. 1st and 10 for the Packers from the 12. There's the handoff to Jones, and he's going to go into the end zone for the score. Ronnie Mac 03 called it on YouTube. Shout out to Ronnie Mac 03 on YouTube. He said that Jones needs more runs, and here it is. He gets the run, and he goes into the end zone for the Packers touchdown, and now they lead by 5, and it's decision time for Matt LaFleur. Do you want to kick for 1 and only make it a 6-point game, or do you go for 2 and make it a 17-10 lead? Hell of a call by Ronnie Mac 03 on YouTube. Shout out to you, brother. But ladies and gentlemen, on YouTube, we've got over 293 watching. Do me a favor. All right, download the Hot Mic app. Get it on your phone. You have an opportunity to enter a Amazon gift card sweepstakes. Packers scoring 15 points now. Or I should say leading with 15. On the 2-point conversion, they take out their Uno cards. They tell the Vikings 2 for your mistakes and take a 17-10 lead. And you already know what time it is. Get rid of this 9. There is no other 1 here, so we got to bring in that what? We got to bring in that hashtag big-ass-1. But we can't forget about the other hashtag big-ass-7, so it's going to happen together. We're going to bring in the 1 and we're going to bring in the 7, not at the same time, but we're going to adjust it at the same time. There's the big-ass-1. Hashtag big-ass-1. Let me get my head up in there. There it is. Hashtag big-ass-1. And let's get the 7 up in there because we know the 7 might just be much larger than the 1. And here we go. Drum roll, please. Hashtag Big Ass 7. Big Ass 7. There it is. Get up in there. Oh, wait. Gotta lean my head. Let me lean a little more. Oh, I gotta get down a little bit. There it is. There it is. Big Ass 7. Hashtag Big Ass 17. In favor of the Green Bay Packers. There it is, taking the lead in Minneapolis, Minnesota, over those Minnesota Vikings. Let's get this down to normal size, or just leave it on the bam. Big ass 17. Ooh, did it just flip the 7? Put that 7, bam, over there. Make it just a little bit smaller for you guys there so you can see it right there. Yeah, that right there. There's the 1. Get that up over there. Packers taking the lead in this battle to see who will be winning. Keep moving. Where you going, man? 17-10. For the Packers. Hashtag backward ass 7, says Desmond Edmond. Josh says Cousins has thrown for 75 yards. Absolutely atrocious. JJNWS Ghost says the Vikings are already in. Clinched when the Rams lost. You are correct. The Vikings would not lose a playoff spot. However, they would be forced into that number 6 seed if they lose here tonight. What does that mean? They've got to go on the road. And where are they going? Probably to New Orleans or to Green Bay. But given how everything plays out in Week 17, it could be a trip to New Orleans. So we'll see how everything plays out for these Minnesota Vikings. Down by 7, trailing for the first time today. And ladies and gentlemen, if you have not already, click the follow button on Hot Mic and follow Hold My Nugget Studios. We have gone up by 13 to 1,443. Minnesota now trailing for the first time today. Under 2 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Being absolutely outclassed by the Packers thus far this game. The score does not tell the story of the game thus far. Only 10 points, or I should say all 10 points for Minnesota has been capitalized off Packers turnovers. 3 Packers turnovers, I might add, and this touchdown was started from an interception by King. Play action fake from Kirk Cousins, looking towards his left. He's got Kyle Rudolph, the red zone reindeer, moving the chains for the Minnesota Vikings. And let's take a look at the statistics thus far. The Packers amassing nearly 300 yards total offense at 295. How much do Minnesota has? 106. Kirk Cousins with only 85 yards passing today, 1 TD, 1 INT. Only 53 yards on the ground for Minnesota, 119 for the Packers. The Packers have had the football 28 minutes, Minnesota only 14. They are being absolutely beat down thus far today. The Packers have 2 sacks, Zadarius Smith being the culprit of those 2 sacks on Kirk family member. For the Vikings, they have 2 sacks as well. Odeng Ningbo got 1, and also Daniel Hunter, who is the fastest in NFL history to 50 sacks. Under a minute left to play, Kirk family member Cousins' pass is caught by Smith Jr. However, it's going to be short for the first down, and it's setting up 3rd and short. And this most likely will take it to the fourth quarter. Adam Thielen, 3 targets tonight, 0 catches. Soul and Music 88 says, I love the shout out as well, kid. Love and peace. I appreciate you. Packer fan 010 in the building. PhD Flopface says, yo, where's the white people connection? I would love to know. Somebody tell Kirk family member cousins. As we've come to a close in the third quarter, where we see the Packers now take the lead 10, or I should say 17 to 10. What does this mean for YouTube? Am I going down on the stream? No, I am not. But let me tell you what's going to happen. All right, the chat room on YouTube will now be eviscerated. Consider yourselves written down the death note, because the chat on YouTube will be absolutely deleted. Why is that, you may ask? Well, because there's a little bit of an incentive to be in the Hot Mic chat room right now. What is that, you may ask? Well, you have an opportunity to win a $50 Amazon gift card. How do you get that opportunity, you might ask yourself? Well, what you got to do is download the Hot Mic app. Use the promo code Adonis. When you get the app on your phone and you enter Hold My Nugget Studios, you follow the Chiseled Adonis. Then what you do is at the bottom of the chat room, you click the tweet. You send out to your Twitter following that you're tuned in to Hold My Nugget Studios, hashtag Hold My Hot Mic, and then you are immediately entered into the sweepstakes for the $50 Amazon gift card giveaway. So if you want to get yourself an early Christmas gift 2 days before Christmas, download the Hot Mic app, use the promo code Adonis, and get your opportunity to win yourself a gift card. And NetStrike has stepped in just to let the YouTube chat know that they're about to be terminated, because he says, oh my wa, oh she needed nani, and they're about to get the hell up out of here. And for the YouTube chat room, you are now deleted. You no longer exist. And everybody is back in Hot Mic. Shout out to you guys tuning in, as a YouTube chat has now been put into the death note. 10-17 game in favor of the Packers. Shout out to NetStrike going over there just to make sure that they knew that they are being deleted. JJNWS Ghost is back in the building. Josh B says, sorry for the Steelers loss, but as a Cardinals fan, seeing them lose makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. I see somebody hasn't gotten over Super Bowl 53. I said 53. 43. But fair enough. Motion man is Diggs' handoff to Thielen. Can he get the first down? No, he can't. He's going to be participating in the Frank Costanza challenge. I stopped short. He's complaining with the referee, saying, I outstretched my arm, but your leg touched down. Zadarius Smith saying, hey, man, you don't got enough length, bro. You don't got enough length. You may have got the girth, but you don't got the length. This took a weird turn. But regardless, it's 4th and 1 for the Vikings. Pause. No homo. 14 minutes left to play in a game where the Vikings offense is virtually non-existent. Austin, Mr. GH2, I know, man. Sometimes my mind goes a little bit somewhere weird. All right, there it is. I think there's a timeout coming from the sideline trying to figure out what exactly they want to do. And this is a tough situation for Minnesota, because this is not a game in which you want to run out of your timeouts. You're going to want that late in the game. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what do you predict the final score to be? All right, you could just put that in the chat. Who do you think will walk away with the W, and what do you think the final score will be? I'm still leaning with Green Bay to win this game, but I think it might just be 24. I think Minnesota will get another score, but I think Green Bay will score again. You know what? I'm going 24-17. Green Bay wins. All right, Austin says 23-17, so possibly a touchdown, missed extra point, or 2 field goals. Amit says 24-17, indeed. Mr. GH2 says Pack 20-17. All right. I'm seeing Danica Shuck saying 24-10 Packers. Okay. Hunter saying 24-17. All right. Good predictions coming in. Good predictions coming in. I'm seeing a lot of people. Whoa. Jahil saying 42-10. Well, I'll be damned. All right. Somebody's pulling for a huge offensive explosion for the Packers. All right. JJ NWS Ghost, you are absolutely correct. This does show how important Dalvin Cook is to this offense. Three receivers on the field, a tight end and a running back. There's the pass to Davante Adams once again. Ooh, baptism, stiff arm. Davante Adams picks up about 5 yards for the Packers. This is about the 6th time we've seen Aaron Rodgers take advantage of that soft coverage from the Minnesota Vikings, where they're giving him about a 10-yard cushion. I'm not understanding why Mike Zimmer does not have them pressing. This is very confusing. Mike McCarthy has interviewed with the Carolina Panthers. This is very perplexing. I'm not understanding why these cornerbacks are playing so far back. 11 receptions, 98 yards. There's a press. Thank you very much. Bottom of your screen, Davante Adams is finally facing a press. There's a handoff to Aaron Jones, and what a hit. Was that Linville Joseph who just came in? My Lord in heaven. You talk about making a play. He came flying in there. That's a big man with nimble feet. What a play by Linville Joseph, cleaning up the run. My Lord in heaven. I would love if they gave us a replay on that. That is how a defensive tackle is supposed to move. Dion Hunt Wood says, do I think Cam will go to Chicago? Absolutely. Well, you know what? Had Kyle Allen continued to coast on the coast on the wings of Christian McCaffrey, I'd say yes. But now that they continue to have quarterback struggles, I cannot foresee Cam Newton leaving now. I think they're going to roll with Cam Newton. I think it'd be foolish for Carolina to let Cam Newton walk after seeing their failure of product of their receivers. Oh, yes, the Heat won today. Magnificent. First down for the Green Bay Packers. Lazard coming from the slot. Pardon me, coming from the numbers, picking up the first down. Hell of a play. Moving those chains. 5 catches, 45 yards. And the Packers on the move. Under 12 minutes left to play now in the game. In the battle for the NFC North. If the Packers win here, they win the NFC North. There is a play action fake. Davante Adams finally stopped on that quick screen. Great read by Wilson, making a play. It's about time somebody has finally sniffed that out. That quick bubble screen outwards, whether he's from the slot or from the outside, they've ran that 7 times thus far this game. Daniel Martin says, I'm truly loving Lazard. He's becoming a value slot number 3 receiver. I agree. He can be a very good slot receiver. He's what they needed from Randall Cobb. There's the handoff to Aaron Jones. He's not going to get outside. He's going to be tackled for a stop or for a gain of about. They're going to give him 3, and I think that's appropriate. A gain of 3. Everybody's got the Oakley visors. I think I still have my visor. Matter of fact, no, I don't think I do. Maybe it's in the basement. I'm not too sure. I got to find that. 31-plus minutes of time of possession for the Packers. Only 17 for Minnesota. What does that mean? If you don't have the football, you can't score. It's rare you see teams walk away with W's if they don't have the football. The Packers are picking it up. All they really need here, in my opinion, is 1 score, because Minnesota's defense has not been good, or I should say, their offense has been abysmal all game long. And it appears that we've got, is there laundry on the field or a timeout coming from the sideline? I see the flag. Laundry on the field. Oh, no, there was a timeout coming from Green Bay. They're not going to have yardage deducted from them, and they utilize their timeout. Now they're even Stevens with the Minnesota Vikings. The Ultimate Oreo says, if you don't have the ball, you can't score. Chiseled Adonis. Oh, man, I love you guys. I love you guys. I always used to make fun of John Madden. Either they're going to run here or they're going to pass. Well, you don't say, John. You don't say. This man was top 3 winning percentage of all time, and this is what he says? I wonder what he tells his team. Listen, guys, we're coming into this game tonight. Either we're going to win here or we're going to lose. Hey, man, we're going to come out onto that field. Either we're going to we're going to win the coin toss, or matter of fact, on the coin toss, it's either going to be heads or tails. John Madden, 1969. We're either going to run here or we're going to pass. John Madden, 1993. 3rd and 7 from the 26-yard line. Rodgers, no time. He's going to be sacked and thrown into the dirt. Well, turf. Hell of a play by Minnesota. They desperately needed a stop, and they get their 3rd sack of the game. Big time play. There's Santas in the audience, overjoyed. Look at the protection here. Going into the left hand A gap. I believe that should be the 3. No, that's the 1. Taking Rodgers straight to the ground. Says, hey, come here, cheese man. Meet the floor. Concussion protocol. 4th and 16. Somebody call the police. The Vikings defense keeping it close, but the offense needs to get going desperately. Ball is fair caught when there was an opportunity for a return. And onto the field comes the Vikings offense, which has been struggling all day. Kirk Cousins, 7-14 in prime time. 0-8, I believe, in prime time on, Monday Night Football. So majority of Kirk Cousins' wins are on Thursday and on Sunday. But here's a spoiler alert. That ain't the day today is. Today's a Monday, and he's yet to win on Monday Night Football. Packers over 300 yards total offense. The Minnesota Vikings, 126. Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Rodgers, 198 yards passing. Kirk Cousins, only 90. On the ground, Green Bay has over 100 yards rushing. Minnesota, only 57. Green Bay, over 30-plus minutes time of possession. Minnesota, only 17. What does that mean? Minnesota's struggling. As Joe Namath would say, I want to kiss you. I don't care about the team struggling. That's what he said when he was drunk in like 2003 on the field to some lady reporter. I can't remember her name, but she's doing very well for herself. I'm upset I can't remember her name because I actually do like her. It's gonna come to me. Somebody let me know. Whatever the case may be, they're not getting it done. So offensively, they've got to be able to move the football. The Ultimate Oreo says this is for a shot at the division. The Vikings can get it with Kirk. You're going to get a win on Monday Night Football. This is a good time. Deron Johnson says, just finished watching your Week 16 commentary. Funny commentary, Adonis. I appreciate you. Thanks for tuning back in. Now, I'll tell you guys this much. If you're tuned in on YouTube, because we still do have the people on YouTube, listen, if you're wondering why there is no chat for the stream, what you're going to do is tune into the Hot Mic chat. That's where you can chat with the people. So what you got to do is download the Hot Mic app. Use the promo code Adonis. The app is absolutely free. Then when you get on the app, you follow the Chiseled Adonis. You hop into Hold My Nugget Studios, and then you click that tweet button at the bottom left-hand side. Once you tweet out, you are immediately put into a pool of different users, and then from that point, we select at random, and the winner will get a $50 Amazon gift card. So if you want to get yourself a free gift, here is your opportunity. And if you're just now tuning in and you're wondering why you can't see the game, this is considered a watch party. So it's better to be watching the game along with me, and you replace the commentary that you're hearing from Joe Buck, or I should say from Booker McFarlane and company, with the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual thief, Chiseled Adonis. As the pass is caught, but it's going to be tackled for a loss of about 2 yards, setting up 12, or I should say 2nd and 12, or 2nd and 11. Cousins takes the snap, rolling towards his left. He's got to get rid of the football. He connects with his man, tackled immediately for a gain of 2. Hell of a play by Jari Alexander, coming back to the football to make that stop. 9 minutes left to play in the game and left to play in the chances of Minnesota trying to win their division. Cameron saying now would be a good time for Kirk to get his first dub on Monday Night Football. Hashtag Go Hawks. 3rd and 8. The Vikings 3-4-11 thus far on 3rd down. Trips bunch towards the right-hand side. You got the pass underneath, Kirk. You got the pass underneath, but you can't escape the pass rush, and he's going to be sacked for the 3rd time, and it's going to force a punt. It'd be foolish for Minnesota to go for it on 4th down here, and once again, the offense cannot get the football moving. All Kirk needed was some time. Look at the underneath route here. He had an opportunity. Oh, no, but they stopped. They should have kept running. That's bad, recognition of coverage. Kenny Clark, 16 and a half career sacks. 9 sacks in December. What does that mean? When it gets cold, he starts to eat, hence his size. And by eating, he means quarterbacks. There's the punt. This definitely can be fielded. Caught at the 16. Oh, my Lord, what a hit. Big time hit. Said, hey, little boy, feel my shoulder pad. I'm wearing a purple sleeve, but my name ain't a pimp named Slickback. What a play. What a play. And this game is coming down to the wire. But once again, like I said, if the Packers can get one more score, this game is over. The Vikings offense virtually non-existent whatsoever. Cannot make any plays thus far this game. Daniel Martin says Kenny Clark is top 10 DTs in the league. Shavang Patel says, and now no Vikings. No. Packer Nation 12 says Kenny Clark has 16 sacks as a nose tackle. Sometimes nose tackles can make their way into the backfield and get sacks, but most times they're just there to clog up things. Then again, when we're not even in a league now where there's a bunch of traditional nose tackles. It's very few and far between. The nose tackle has become the fullback of the defense, where we're seeing less and less and less and less and less. Andrew Penalosa is in the building, says Kirk Cousins gets sacked. Oh, no! Indeed. And once again, shout out to Andrew Penalosa for winning the first half Amazon gift card. If you were unaware, Andrew, now you know. You were the winner. Steelers 75 said, who's the weak link of the Watt brothers? Watch the 2019 NFL Week 16, commentary that was just released, and you will see it. Carson says, I had 10 sacks as a nose tackle this year as an 8th grader. Well, that's what's up. I kind of wish I had Pop Warner football. Man, that would have been fun. But shout out to you, 10 sacks. That's what's up. Desmond Edmonds saying Brandon out here calling in the Shadow Realm. I'm sure that he is. The Ultimate Oreo saying the Pack will get taken out by the Saints. JD saying the Vikings offense are reminding me of the Cowboys offense handling the my Eagles the division title on a silver platter. Well, that was a little bit of a different situation because the Eagles and the Cowboys kept battling back and forth. And, all right, I'm going to lose, you're going to lose, I'm going to lose, you're going to lose, I'm going to lose, you're going to lose. I don't want the title. Maybe you want it. No, I don't want it. Maybe you should take it. In this case, the Vikings and Packers have been winning. But here they are in this game, both offenses failing to really move the football effectively like that. Green Bay has just been halted by those 3 turnovers. Thus far, Davante Adams, 12 catches, 98 yards. Aaron Jones, a touchdown already. And on the ground, Aaron Jones, 89 yards. Jamal Williams, 33 yards. Aaron Rodgers, 25 of 39 for 198 yards, but an INT. 2nd and 8. Here comes the play action fake. There it is. Play action down the field. Caught by Davante Adams again. His 13th catch, and he is now over 100 yards. I could sniff it coming from a mile away. They'd run the play action here. Great hiding of the ball. And once again, Xavier Rhodes gets beat. Oh, my Lord. He put his hands away. He did not even pressure him. You got to put your hands on somebody like Davante Adams. What is Xavier Rhodes doing? I'm not sure if he changed his technique. I'm not sure if he decided this year I want to try things different. I'm not sure if this man is unaware or if he's regressing. I don't know what it is, but Xavier Rhodes this season has been bad. Stinking it up. It looks like Nnamdi Asomugha or Nnamdi Asomugha when he first went from Oakland to Philly. Xavier Rhodes is playing bad football. He's getting beat week in and week out. And he was considered a top corner in the league. Hell, he was a top corner in the league. Let me not even say it's considered. The man was a beast a couple of years ago. And here he is playing terrible football, getting beat, drive in, and drive out. And that is Barr, who is down, coming off the field, clutching at his hamstring, and this is not what you want to see. Barr, the same man who forced the first fumble on the game. Get my water. First and 10, 6:15 left to play. Packer Nation 12 says Anthony Barr gets karma for 2 years ago. I guess you must have never let go of the fact that he was the one who took down Rodgers for the injury. But, I mean, it's got to be a season-ending injury. You get hurt in Week 16. I mean, hey. But then again, your team's going to the playoffs, so I guess it's something. Aaron Jones squirts out. Nobody's out in front. He's running towards the end zone, and he's going to high step for a touchdown. Over 100 yards, and he's talking to the social media guy. I thought they were going to snatch his phone. 56 yards to the house. Oh, my Lord in heaven, how did Minnesota allow that to happen? Aaron Rodgers ecstatic, saying, I don't need to throw a touchdown pass. What a run by Aaron Jones. How did he get outside? 23-10 is your lead, and here comes Mason Crosby for the extra point. My Lord in heaven, I did not see that one coming, and we are hoping for the extra point to go through the uprights and good. Why is that? Because we haven't seen a 2 yet today. We have not seen a 4 yet today, so we'll get that big-ass 4. But God damn it, Mason Crosby, you screwed us of the big-ass 4. What is wrong with you, Mason Crosby? What is wrong with you? This man's foot is just for decoration. We could have had a big-ass 2 and a big-ass 4, but of course he got to go out there and miss the extra point. God damn you. What is it that Alex Jones said? Damn him. God damn him. Damn him. To hell with Mason Crosby. Out there missing field. What's the matter with him? Messed up the big-ass 4. Let's get rid of this 7. Let's get rid of this 1. We've got to slide the 3 back up in here. We got to slide the regular size 3. Unfortunately, we can't make it 24 because Mason Crosby decided I had other plans. You douche, nincompoop. But let's get there. I said nincompoop. It's nincompoop. But let's get those drum roll, please, because you know what's coming. Let me see those emojis for what's coming. I don't know why I started with that makes no sense. Hashtag Big Ass 2. Big Ass 2. I'm in between the 2. Big Ass 2. Big Ass 2. Let's get that over to make it 23 for the Packers. You know what's gonna make this fun? When I cover the Christmas game between the Lakers taking on the Clippers, I gotta keep my numbers updated and right there, because there's no way I'm gonna have enough time to have drum rolls and put in big ass 2s and 3s. But here we go. Under 6 minutes left to play. 23-10 is the lead for the Packers. Aaron Jones, a bad man, activating his dreadlock powers. The hair Chronicles 13 verse 7. Can't stop, won't stop. The Lord our God has dreadlocks. Revelation dreadlocks 10 verses 26. You don't want to be a man caught dead with a man bun. Trust in the power of dreadlocks. You'll get a 56-yard run for a score. What a play. What a play by Aaron Jones, giving a 2-possession lead to the Green Bay Packers. Was that my moment of the Second and 10. Here came the pass rush. Great pass release by Cousins. Lord knows the heat was coming. Soul and Music 88 says, I'm looking forward to the Lakers game. The Lake Show. Daniel Martin says, actually, I don't mind Mason Crosby missing, since he only misses when it's not game deciding. I don't mind too much. Well, then again, I would say it could become a habit. So you never want to see him miss. There's a pickup of a first down. Here's the sense of urgency we would like to see from Minnesota. For those of you guys who remember in the first half, you did not see this when they had under 2 minutes left to play and they had the football. Now they have a sense of urgency, understanding the situational football. They've got to be able to move the football here. From the 41-yard line, Cousins over the middle. It's complete yet again. This is going to be enough for a Vikings first down, and they're still on the move. Only 2 minutes, or I should say 2 timeouts remain. Under 5 minutes left to play. Cousins making checks at the line. The Vikings running around and getting into formation. You got a trips towards the right situation from shotgun. Pardon me, not trips. Even. Kirk Cousins cannot escape the pass rush, and he's going to be taken down. Was that a member of the Smiths? I believe that it might have been. Indeed it was. Who else? Zadarius Smith once again. Preston Smith. That could be 3 sacks for Zadarius Smith. You've got to be kidding me. This man is absolutely eating. Why did you not vote him to the Pro Bowl? And here comes 2nd and 14. Cousins going deep. He's got his man. They fell down. Going into the end zone. Touchdown Vikings. The Packers secondary slipped on a banana. Aye. Into the end zone. Touchdown Vikings. But there's laundry on the field. Oh my Lord in heaven, it's coming back. There's a hold on Riley Reef. What is the matter with you, Riley Reef? You're out here screwing your team like it was Riley Reed. You've got to be able to make that block and not hold. The Vikings needed a break and they finally got it. And here this man was participating in the Bow Wow Challenge. Let me hold you. What is he doing? What is the matter with him? This was not the time. And oh my Lord in heaven, the touchdown's coming back. It was all a genjutsu. It could have been 6 points for Minnesota, and it's not going to happen. Oh my Lord. Wow, 2nd and 24, and you're going to end up getting a timeout here. But it comes from Green Bay. Well, then again, given the fact that it's a 2-possession game, it makes sense. You want to get your guys some time to catch their breath. Oh, my Lord in heaven. Reef just screwed it all over. He's been getting beat all game long. Zadarius Smith has been killing anybody in front of him. This guy has said, you should have put me in the Pro Bowl, and it was stupid for you guys not to vote me, so I'm going to come out here and wreak havoc on prime time. Take a look at my dreadlock powers as I go out here and make Kirk Cousins, make everybody on the Vikings offensive line, make all the Vikings running backs my female dog. What a job by Zadarius Smith thus far this game. Big Z on the attack. There's a no gain. Hell, it might just be a loss of 1. 3rd and 25 situation. Still a sense of urgency for Minnesota. They cannot afford to sit here and waste time. 3rd and 24. Get back to the line. Trips towards the left. Adam Thielen, who's done virtually nothing all day. Pass going in his direction. It's incomplete. And unfortunately, this is 4-down territory. It's a 2-possession game. You can't give the football back to Green Bay. Hell, but then again, you know what? I might just punt here and trust in my defense to get a stop. Adam Thielen with no catches thus far today. And that's exactly what they'll do. You still got 2 timeouts, Mike Zimmer. Smart man. Punt the football. Punt the football away. You got 2 timeouts. Punt the football. You use your 2 timeouts if you can get 2 stops. And they can't run it all the way down to the 2-minute warning. So you still have a timeout in the 2-minute warning, and now you're playing the game of score before the 2-minute warning and also possibly kick an onside kick. Well, you have to. You're out of timeouts. There it is. It's fielded at the 22-yard line. This is the situation for Minnesota. They need to get a stop here. Bottom line, they're going to use both of their timeouts because the Green Bay Packers will run here. So they're going to elapse both their timeouts, and on 3rd down, if they can stop them and prevent the 4th, the Packers will let the entire duration of that down go. Most likely they will use the timeout to close it out, and Minnesota will get the football back at about, I would say, 2:46, 2:47. Or maybe even a 2:42 situation. But it all comes down to what Minnesota does here with the football. 1st and 10, 3:34 left to go. This is how football closes out, baby. From the 22, Aaron Jones outside, cuts back inside, stays in bounds. Gain of about 5 or 4. 3:28 left to play, and there is the timeout. It's going to be 2nd down. Aaron Jones, thus far, this game has been absolutely eating. What a cut block. Good Lord. Kid Dude says, take the L out of Lover. It's over, brother. Danica Shuck says, the necrophilia cam is seeing Jeffrey Dahmer in a Green Bay tunnel. Packer Nation says 0-9 on Monday night. Daniel Martin says 4th and 24. Yeah, no, that's a punt situation with 3:45 left. And you know what? You are correct. The only reason why I said perhaps is 4-down territory is just I didn't look at the down and distance for a second. I was looking at it like, wait a minute, where's their position on the field? But then given the, I corrected myself once I took another look at it, and you saw that they still had those 2 timeouts. 2nd and 6 from the 26. They need a stop here desperately. He cannot allow them to pick up any other yards. Great play by Linville Joseph. Stopping them for a loss of 1, and there should be the timeout. Only 3 seconds off the clock. Great call there, and they need to stop now because time will run. So at the conclusion of the very next play, what I expect to see happen here, and Matt LaFleur had better not take a chance and throw the football here. If I'm him, I'm running that football. They added another second, making it 3:26. So what we're going to see happen here is most likely Green Bay is going to run. It's going to take 5 to 6 seconds off of the regular game clock, probably taking it down to 3:30, and then we'll see the entire 40 run down to about 2:41 is when they're going to probably call their final timeout and give the football back to Minnesota if they don't pick up that 1st down. 3rd and 6 in a game where we've seen the Packers turn the football over 3 times. We've seen Minnesota maintain the lead up until the second half, in which we saw King intercept a Cousins pass deep, thus leading to Aaron Rodgers going down the field for a score. The score coming from Aaron Jones on back-to-back drives. The Vikings cannot afford to allow another 1st down. And this is the game and the division for the Vikings here. Jimmy Graham going in motion. I cannot foresee a circumstance in which they throw this football here, man. Although it is a 2-possession game, so they can feel comfortable. There's the handoff. Cut back towards the right, and Jones is going to be stopped short by 2 yards at the 30-yard line, and here comes the punt unit. As time goes to wind down, I foresee the Packers using their final timeout at about 2:40. About 2:40. So Minnesota, if they definitely want to use that 2-minute warning to their, to their benefit, they've got to figure out a way to score fast immediately. As the Packers participating in the Frank Costanza Challenge, they stop short. JJNWS Ghost says Ravens 4th and 29 though. Well, on that 4th and 29, they kind of had to go for it. One of my friends who's a Chargers fan says he still has pain about it. If I was that Viking returner, I would have dropped myself to the floor the minute I got pushed so I could try to tack on another 15. But there's laundry on the field. The Ultimate Oreo says now you got to score twice. Would have only needed one if it wasn't for Riley Reef. Absolutely. Well, I'll be. 2 flags on the Green Bay Packers. Illegal shift, which was declined, but there was a holding on the Packers as well, and that's enforced after the return. So now, instead of being at the 31, I believe they'll be at the 41. Matt LaFleur, in his first year as a head coach, he's got 10 wins and also reached the playoffs. Hell of a job by Matt LaFleur, leading the Packers team, which is currently up 23-10. Packer Nation says Matt LaFleur is coach of the year. Well, he certainly is in contention along with John Harbaugh and also Kyle Shanahan, and Mike Tomlin is still concerned. He's still there if the Steelers can possibly make the playoffs. Kirk Cousins looking towards his left, connects with his man, but this is a nincompoop who can't get out of bounds. You might as well have just not even caught the football. Oh, my Lord in heaven. This man caught the football dropping down and did not get up with a sense of urgency to get out of bounds. Just lean over and touch the football on the white line. Kirk Cousins pass over the middle. It's going to be short and incomplete with 2:06 left to play, 3rd and 6. Oh, my Lord, this man caught the football while on the ground. This is not the time to have faulty cleats. You've got to be able to keep your feet. The Vikings on the season had the 9th-ranked NFL offense with 372 yards, 0.6 per game. This game, only 178 yards. My Lord in heaven. Kirk family member taking the snap, and he's going to go down the 4th time, or 3rd and a half time, by Zadarius Smith. Oh, my Lord in heaven. And he's running where? Towards the locker room. But he can't leave yet because the game is still going on. What is going on? Zadarius Smith he completely turned around the offensive lineman. Said, you don't get in the weight room. You don't eat. I eat. You're a vegan lineman. You don't got enough meat to stop me. I am Zadarius Smith. I'm Big Z. Big Z. And gets into the backfield and takes down Kirk family member Cousins for the 3rd and a half time today. Well, 4th time. But he got credited for a half sack. Oh, my Lord in heaven. He said, come here, and took him straight to the ground. Kirk Cousins is asking his lineman, help me, help me. Oh, my God. He needs the help. Oh, my Lord in heaven. Where is the blocking for Kirk Cousins? Game is on the line. Division is on the line for you, and you can't be out here failing to block for your quarterback. Oh, my Lord in heaven. Zadarius Smith activating all of his dreadlock powers tonight, showing the league why he should have been voted to the Pro Bowl. 3.5 sacks. If there's a story for this game, Aaron Jones, Devontae Adams, Zadarius Smith. What do all three have in common? Dreadlocks. Dreadlock Powers. Steelers 75 says the O-line be like Stevie Wonder. Nowhere to be seen. Soul and Music 88 says, and this is what it is. And this is what it sounds like when doves cry. Packer Nation 12 says the Vikings are winning the division. Or I should say, the Vikings are winning the division. My Lord in heaven. Failure to get the job done. Whoo, boy. Song of Dreadlock 6 verses 12. At 50 years old, Jennifer Anderson is still fine. Trust in the power of dreadlocks and you'll mess up the opposing team's line. Good Lord. What a play by Zadarius Smith. 4th and 15. This is the game, ladies and gentlemen. This is the game. Andrew Penalosa says, I'm sorry I didn't vote you into the Pro Bowl, Zadarius Smith. I'm sure he does not care about your apology, just like I didn't vote for him either. He don't care about mine either. Timeout coming from the Packers. All of us who did not vote for Zadarius Smith, we need to get our names written down in the death note. Well, not the death note, but we can get on the L train with Minnesota. Because there's a lot of people who ended up getting snubbed. Candace says the Vikings may be dead, but somehow they're still getting fucked. Chavang Patel says, so my 3 points for the Vikings ain't coming, is it? So sad. Paul Lawrence says, I'd rather watch a toenail clipping tutorial than the Vikings tonight. That is hilarious. JJNWS Ghost says the Packers are about to commit a pass interference. That's a possibility. And here's the snap for the game. Cousins rolling towards the right, runs back towards his left, gets a big block. He's going to launch the football over the middle. Let's go. No, it's dropped. It's dropped. Oh, my Lord in heaven. It hit him right in the hands. And Johnson is heading to the sideline. Fitting the last name is Johnson because he did not wipe the jizz off of his hands. He could not corral the football. He's had Johnson & Johnson baby oil on his fingertips. He's got a little bit of butterfingers and he's going to the sideline and he's going to be asking himself, what happened to my hands? But there's laundry on the field. It's a personal foul. And it's a block from the offense declined, and that is the game. With 1:50 left to play, the Packers with 3 kneel downs will put this game out of reach. Oh, my Lord in heaven. Opportunity to advance the football. And you know what? I got no problem with that block. Unfortunately, there was helmet contact, so of course you're going to throw the football. But damn it, I should say throw the flag, but damn it, that guy should have put his shoulder down instead of rushing with his head. But how do you drop that football? What happened to his hands? I cannot believe he could not make that reception. Oh, my Lord. Even though the 4th down would have to be replayed, that is a shame. Game is over. Kirk family member Cousins drops to 0-9 on Monday Night Football. Failure to get the job done. Oh, my Lord, they're going to be taking out their Metro card, getting aboard the L train. Luckily for them, they've already clinched a playoff spot, and they are now knotted in that 6th seed. And because the Eagles and Cowboys both have no chance of catching that number 3 seed, this Vikings team will be on the road, either going to New Orleans or going to Green Bay or maybe Seattle. But they are going on the road for sure. And we have seen this season, they were undefeated at home, but they are 4-4 on the road. They are a different team on the road than they are at home, and this is problems for the Minnesota Vikings. Zadarius Smith gets a game ball. Devontae Adams, you could have had one, but of course you dropped the pass in the end zone. Also, you fumbled. So it is what it is. Aaron Jones, you get the game ball for offense. The Vikings offense, 7 first downs tonight, the fewest since 1971. Alan Page was the NFL MVP when the Vikings had this least amount of first downs. For shame, Minnesota. For shame. There's the second kneel down. And on the third, the game will be over. What a shame for Minnesota. The Packers win the NFC North, clinch that division title, and they say we are the kings of the NFC North once again. Matt LaFleur in his very first season as the head coach will be a division champion. There's the final knee down, and this game is over in favor of the Green Bay Packers imposing their will over the Minnesota Vikings. There is Kirk Cousins going over to Aaron Rodgers and asking, how do you win on prime time? Aaron Rodgers says, you got to be a good quarterback, stupid. And they're walking off the field in victory. Somebody hands him the hat saying he's a division champion. O'Neal, who got brushed aside time in and time out by Zadarius Smith, goes over and says, hey, man, you beat my butt today. Zadarius Smith says, I know. What a loss for the Minnesota Vikings. Mike Zimmer. L's on top of L's on top of L's on top of L's on top of L's. Failure to win in prime time has not stopped for Kirk Cousins, no matter what team he is on. What a shame. Adam Thielen, 0 catches today. Somebody call Stanley Yelnats. Ask him what happened to Adam Thielen. How many catches did you have? 0. 0. Could not get the job done whatsoever. Soul and Music 88 says, could you somehow add When Doves Cry for the Vikings loss on your next game commentary? Would truly appreciate it. You know what? Maybe I might. Maybe I might. Great job by the Packers. And ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of the game. What does that mean? I said, what does that mean? What, I got a list? What am I, Jack Swagger? Oh, pardon me, Jack Hager now? I'm in the inner circle. Whatever the case may be. All right, we've got to announce who won the final gift card. So, drum roll, please. And the winner for the second half Amazon gift card is... You get the drums. It's not Big Ass 2, I'll tell you that much. But the winner is NetStrike. NetStrike has won the $50 Amazon gift card for the second half. That is right, NetStrike. Come on down, and I see him in the chat room saying he'd rather take a punch from Saitama than have Kirk Cousins as his quarterback. Put your motherfucking head back down. Well, you could pick your motherfucking head back up because you are the winner for the second half's gift card giveaway. Congratulations to NetStrike. Andrew Penalosa won in the first half. NetStrike won in the second. And congrats to you guys walking away with 50 Dura of Amazon gift cards. I should clap like they do at the end of Super Smash Bros. They're looking far and away, and their hands are moving at a regular pace. This is not even how humans clap. But granted, you know, they're not humans in the video game. And that's how they clap. They're very happy at what's happening. Congratulations to you two walking away with the W. And we will be right back here once again Wednesday night, Christmas night, for the Los Angeles Lakers taking on the Los Angeles Clippers in basketball game highlight commentary live in Hold My Nugget Studios. This will be something special. I can call basketball, but a lot of you guys have not had an opportunity to see me do it before. So this will be very unique. You're not going to want to miss it. And if you're watching on YouTube and you would like to turn or jump in to the sweepstakes next time that we do it, do me a favor, download the Hot Mic app, use the promo code Adonis, and on the next stream, you will have the opportunity ahead of the game to possibly get yourself a chance to win a Amazon gift card. All right, but let's go down the list. And everybody who tuned in on YouTube, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thanks a lot. We could go down the list for everybody who did donate on the YouTube stream. Unfortunately, the chat is disabled, so if you are watching on YouTube, I appreciate you guys. You guys can have a good night. Vixen, Ultra Instinct, Colton Sawyer, Glenn Woods. Thank you guys for putting donations in on it on YouTube. And on Hot Mic, let's go down the list. Wentz to Philly, as always. I appreciate you. You are Ultra Instinct. Let's go down the list on Hot Mic. Brian, Wentz to Philly. Darian, the Ultimate Oreo, Austin, Josh B, Mr. GH2, Net Strike. Congratulations again. Kid Dude, Justin Perkins, Chase, Steelers 75, Desmond Edmond, Lycon Sykes, Linwood Edwards, William, Deron Johnson, Clenneth, Terrell Catherine, Shavang Patel, Carson, Kyle, Jesus Jesus Valdez, Hunter Thomas, the other Hunter, JJNS Ghost, NWS Ghost, Danica Shuck, Candace Leach, Skeeter with threes instead of E's, Packer Nation 12, congratulations. Packer fan in Vegas, congratulations. Austin, Soul and Music 88. Thank you guys for tuning into the stream. This has been your 2019 NFL Week 16 Monday Night Football game highlight commentary live from Hold My Nugget Studios, where we saw the Green Bay Packers take down the Minnesota Vikings on the road and hand them their very first home loss of the season, 23-10. We were live in Hold My Nugget Studios. We had two winners of the Amazon gift cards. Andrew Penalosa won in the first half, and Netstrike won in the second. I hope to see you guys tune into the stream. After 3 straight consecutive streams, we went live on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So for you guys who tuned into all 3, I truly do appreciate you guys, and I hope I see you Wednesday night during Christmas. If you're hanging out with your family, why not cap off your night with the Chiseled Adonis? But I have been your host, the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the Chiseled Adonis. You guys have yourself a good night. I will see you on Wednesday. Tonight's commentary and also Sunday Night Football's commentary will be posted tomorrow at 5 or 6. And also yesterday's commentary was already posted. It is up on YouTube now and Instagram and Facebook. So if you missed it, go over and check those out. But have yourselves a very, very good night. I'll see you guys in 2 days.